And away we go here tonight at the Coliseum. Shane Almirani with you here tonight. I'm being joined tonight by Fred Bean, a longtime youth hockey coach here in Fort Wayne, filling in some time here when Robbie Irons is away. And Fred, your second game this season, but of course you're here every night watching these guys play. And tonight we got Kalamazoo. Now we were talking, the Komets got to stay out of the box because Dylan Sadoway seems to score every time we're in the box.
Yeah, he's absolutely on fire. I mean, in 9 games he's got 11 goals, and 5 of those have come at the expense of the Komets, but all 5 of them were when we were shorthanded. They were on the power play. So we're really shutting them down pretty good, 5-on-5. We just can't afford to get in the box and give them those opportunities.
Komets 8 power play goals in the last 3 games. That's 18 power play goals overall. That means the Komets are #1 ranked in the power play, tied with the Toledo Walleye in that department. So specialty teams ever so important. AJ Jenks and Sean Szydlowski leading the way with 4 power play goals apiece this season. And congratulations to AJ Jenks. On Saturday, he played his 500th regular season pro game. So tonight, 5-0-1 as Jenks takes the opening faceoff. And we're underway here at the Coliseum. Komets win the opening drop. Goes up along the far side. Here's Bryson Martin digging it out there with Boston Lear. Lear's going to get it across the line, but now the Komets will bump it right back. And now the Komets possess it in their own zone. Here's Jenks up along the far side, trying to go to Brad Ross. It's going to be tipped. It's going to go all the way down to Kylie, and going along the far side, and now the Wings have got the puck. Here is Tho. He will send it all the way over to the far side. Intercepted by Sean Szydlowski. Komets coming across on side. Here's a shot and a save made. Coming right off the side of that. Score! It goes off the back of Kylie and in the net, but the referee is not pointing goal. It went right off the back of the goaltender. AJ Jenks is going over immediately, protesting, but the referee did not say goal. But the good news is we do have video replay.
Shane, the play leading up to that opportunity was put in there by Szydlowski once again, and you could see where the chemistry starting to form with the team. He was able to grab that puck and gave a no-look pass, hit AJ right in stride, brought it in to the corner, got off a good shot, and ended up being able to try to bank it off of the back. We'll see if this stands up.
And here's Jenks. He got it right in. That's a goal. That went right under the crossbar. You can see it clearly hit as Jenks got the puck right off the end wall, and he got it off the back of the goaltender, and it just jumped right up. And we can see here on the replay again, we see Jenks grab it here in the corner, puts it towards the goaltender, and we see it, yes, the water bottle moved. That's a goal. So we will see if this is in fact a goal, but the referee, now when you have a replay like this, Fred, it is also nice that the referee does not have to signal goal. He's got the opportunity to get the call right.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, at this level especially, you don't want to make mistakes where points are so critical for each team. And so, once again, the Komets, though, coming right out in the first minute or so of the game, getting a scoring opportunity and making good on it. It's been their MO all season long. They've been starting fast, so let's hope that it can continue through the period this way.
And Jenks, if he would get that goal, it would be his 8th of the season. So Jenks off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, AJ's got a bunch of them. He's got 4 on the power play goals.
And it's a goal.
There we go.
So Jenks scores on the first shot of the game. And that was also a very veteran move. Jenks took it in the corner, saw the goaltender was giving him some space, and he just put it on his back, and it rolled in.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play by a veteran, right? He's coming out of the corner. You expect him to swing around the net, and the goaltender has to be careful to go over to the other post. So he gave up just a little bit of room, and Jenks made him pay.
Now the Komets going right back in off the post. Oh, it's going to be grabbed by Kylie Brady Shaw, who was snake-bitten last weekend in Kalamazoo. Kylie had come up with a big stop there, but the Komets no quit there after they get that goal by Jenks, coming right down and getting a good scoring opportunity.
Second shift of the game, and the second time we got it right on the doorstep.
Here's the puck drop in the Komets zone. Komets lead it 1-0. Puck goes along the far side. Now Kalamazoo's got something cooking. They come in, they put it in front of it, just goes wide. That becomes dislodged, and that will have to stop things here. And guess what? That was Dylan Sadoway cutting to the nets. And Sadoway, he has scored a game in every game this season with the exception of opening night here at the Coliseum. Sadoway has got 11 goals in 9 games played this season. 5 power play goals against the Komets alone. So the Komets got to stay out of the box, and hopefully that 8-game goal scoring streak by Dylan Sadoway can come to an end here tonight.
Yeah, he had a point a game last year, and he's just continued on. He's on fire this year. You can't lose sight of him when he's on the ice.
And here's the puck drop. It goes into the corner. And the Komets have it. Stewart will get it over to Shaw. Shaw will bump it up along the near side, and Shaw St-Amant overskates it a bit. And that will give Wilson a chance to get it for Kalamazoo. Sent up along the far side, going to be tipped all the way down to Ferguson. Ferguson will stop it, and he'll move it over to the far side, but Komets can't get to it. And now Stewart with a nice second effort. He'll get it all the way up along the far side. Stephen Baylis will rim it around, going to go into the Kalamazoo zone. It comes into the corner. And now Łyszczarczyk on his first shift of the game, trying to go up top of the blue line, and it's picked off. Kovacs has got it. Kovacs drops it off at the center line. They come across the line. Here's a shot, and it's going to go high, and it goes below the goal line. In the corner, batted up along the near side, and now over on the far boards. Kalamazoo keeps it in. It goes into the corner, rimmed right back around here on the right wing. And now it'll be pumped up along the near side, and it will be Baylis coming across the line now in Kalamazoo territory. Baylis looking around for somebody, sends it out. Here's a shot, and a save made by Kyle.
Good play by Baylis to pull out of that. He was coming down on the corner, coming on the goaltender's side, swung it around, looked for an open man across the Royal Road, if you will. A good scoring opportunity, made the goaltender move to the other post, able to make the save, but that was a great green shot right there.
1-0 Komets, 17:57 to go here, first period. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight as the puck goes below the goal line, back behind the goaltender, Kiley. Now it goes up along the left side, and now all the way onto the far boards. On to the left wing. Played backwards now on the near side. It will be Jenks. Jenks tries to drag it across the line. Diamond Tony is there for Kalamazoo. And now Veyu picks it up on the far side. Veyu is going to avoid a check from A.J. Jenks. Now he gets upended as the puck goes into the Komet zone. And the Komets go all the way forward with it. It will be Bryson Martin. Martin on the far side. It's going to hit his skate. That'll find its way into the Kalamazoo zone. Tho has got it. And Tho will bring it forward. He'll hit the center ice logo. Going to come across the line. And now he's going to dangle it up along the near side where it's going to be poked now by Ferguson. Ferguson goes up top. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound is going to be put wide. Veyu was right there picking up the rebound, but he missed it. Now onto the far side. Komets try and dig it out. Here's Shaw. Shaw to St-Amant. And now the Komets back on offense. Stewart will get it across rink, and it's going to go into the corner. And it's picked up now by Kalamazoo. The Wings will bring it up along the near side. It'll be Sadoway. His pass was taken away by Shaw. Now it goes back into the Kalamazoo zone. Swiped around by Van Voorhis. Sadoway on the other end of that play. Comes up to the blue line. Komets got it. Baylis going to send it right back in. St-Amant is there up along the wall. St-Amant on the far side. Up top to Marcus Phillips. Here's a shot. Goes off the end wall, and it's gathered up by Baylis. Baylis upstairs. Now a little give and go here. Baylis picks it back up. Shot knocked down, and it goes into the corner. St-Amant is there for the Komets. St-Amant didn't play last weekend against the Wings. And now it's going to come up to the top of the circle and out. Sadoway trying to get around Phillips, and he's met there by Łyszczarczyk, and he will send it in off the end wall. Komets chase after it. Far boards. Knocked down into the corner, now back below the goal line. Reaching for it. The Komets up along the near side, and it is going to go to Morrison. Morrison trying to go to Łyszczarczyk, and he does. Łyszczarczyk up along the wall to the blue line. Phillips with a shot. Couldn't get much on it, and it goes into the corner. Morrison gathers it up along the far side. Double team down here. Łyszczarczyk now with it. Now the Wings will finally clear the zone, and it's going to go all the way down into the Komet end, and that will be our first icing of the game.
Nice play by Łyszczarczyk. Sadoway was getting away from a Comet guy, and as soon as he got one stride out, Łyszczarczyk was there to poke it away and break him up. So they're giving him the attention that's his due. They're making sure they're going to try and deny him the puck all game long.
Face-off will go to the right of Kylie here in the Kalamazoo zone. Komets lead this one 1-0. 15:37 to go, first period. Here's the puck drop. Komets with it. And Szydlowski tries to muscle one forward, doesn't get through all the traffic. And now it is going to go all the way down into the Komet zone. Sadoway is right there, and Ferguson will pick it up. No quitting Dylan Sadoway. Boy, he just rode everyone down the ice, and he was able to get a shot in on Ferguson.
Yeah, Martin stood him up at the blue line. I mean, it was a textbook defensive play, and he was able to just shrug it off and get around him and move into the puck to get a shot on Ferguson. But fortunately, he didn't have much room to work with, and Ferguson was squared up on him and took care of that one pretty easy.
Face off to the right of Dylan Ferguson, just making his third start with the Komets. As Jenks goes into the corner, and a missed drop there, and we'll have to do it again. And Jenks is going to get kicked out. So insert Sean Szydlowski, the reigning ECHL Player of the Week. 3 goals, 5 points last week in 3 games. Bryson Martin, he's got the puck up along the far side. And the Komets cannot clear it. Kalamazoo will keep it in. Now back to Jason Binkley. Binkley up along the near boards. He'll wrap it in to the Toledo zone, where it'll be Connor Schmidt. Schmidt goes behind Kylie, his goaltender, and he will take his time with it. Kylie gives it a look, and now he finally brings it up along the far side, sends it all the way down the length of the ice. And this will be an icing, and that is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique. So a lot of waiting there for just an icing call, Fred, as Kalamazoo is trying to set up, but the Komets not letting him do that. That's what they call in football, a coverage sack.
Yeah, without a doubt. He kept looking for a white jersey that didn't have somebody in black draped on him, and none to be found.
Face off to the right of Kylie. And McKenzie will take the face-off. Goes all the way out into the neutral zone. Komets go back for it quickly. On the far side, it's Galipeau. He'll come across the line to Shaw. Shaw on the right side has a man on him. Is able to skate through it. Goes all the way over onto the far side. Shaw upstairs. Galipeau with a rip. And a save made by Kylie right into the glove. Kylie making, not giving the Komets any second opportunities here after giving up that first one to Jenks.
Galipeau almost had a screen in that one, but the goaltender was able to see around it and glove it and make sure there wasn't a rebound, which was a good thing because there were 2 Komets right on the doorstep.
Face off to the right of Kylie here in the Kalamazoo zone. Here's the puck drop. Goes into the corner to the blue line. Now Komets keep it in. Wheeled all the way over here on the near side. Stewart will go into the corner. Him and Vayu duel. And it goes up top of the blue line. Here's Shaw with a wrister and a save made by Kylie. Saw it all the way. So the Komets doing the right thing. They're getting a lot of pucks towards the net, but Kylie not letting any rebounds here.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get St-Amant to get a stick on that, and he wasn't able to give that a tip. So it ended up being a fairly harmless shot, but if he could have got a blade on it, it would have been a lot of trouble. So good shot.
Face off to the left of Kylie. 14:20 to go first period. Komets get to the face-off. Stewart angles it up along the near wall, but now Kalamazoo will clear it. Vayu, first man on it for Kalamazoo, goes to the corner. He goes back below the goal line, up along the far side, now being chased by Stewart. Vayu still on the puck, and he sends it over onto the left side. It'll be Tho. He'll take a shot. Save made by Ferguson. Vayu will pick up the rebound, goes into the corner. Vayu with a move, and he's going to go back up to Tho, who rips one. It gets deflected wide, and Brett McKenzie's on it for the Komets. McKenzie will give it a look, moves it over to Stewart. Now it will be Galipeau back to Stewart. Stewart hits the open man on the far side, and the Komets have got it. Baylis takes a wide turn, comes forward with it, and he dishes it across the line. It'll be Morrison going down low. They try and center it. It is broken up by the wings. And now Baylis got his man pinned up against the end board, which is a long stretch pass. Is going to hit nobody, and that'll go all the way down for another icing call. And we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Hello, this is head coach Coach Ben Boudreau. I'm the guy responsible when your Komets are in need of repair, new parts, or maybe just a quick inspection. When it comes to vehicles, I turn to the pros at Ace Radiator on Coliseum Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Ace Radiator has spent decades keeping Fort Wayne rolling with time-tested service and repair. Ace's certified technicians have more than 80 years of experience providing expert sales and service for radiators, heaters, coolers, and air conditioners. Sometimes you just have to make the call. 800-288-7964. That's Ace Radiator. 800-288-7964.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Kalamazoo comes down on a 2-on-1 and they score. Zach Diamantoni is going to get credit with that goal, and Kalamazoo has tied it up.
Yeah, Diamantoni was the beneficiary of having Sato on his left side, and so Ferguson had to pay attention to him and gave him the upper corner for a backhand shot instead of it going across to Sadoway.
Marcus Phillips was a lone man back on D for the Komets. And the Komets give up an odd man break, and it costs them, and it's 1-1 here in the first period. Komets going back to work. Here's Jason Binkley going into the corner, put it around. It goes right out in front of the net. Ferguson's able to jab at it and get it all the way down into the Kalamazoo zone. Diamantoni scoops it up. It's going to be tapped at. Now out to the center line. It'll be Sadoway with it. Sadoway sends it all the way around. It'll rim into the Komet zone. Jason Binkley, first one there. Binkley to Jenks. Jenks will play it forward, across the line, off the stick of Ross. And now back into the Komet zone. It's played. It's Bryson Martin. Martin up along the glass. Batted up. Now back forward. It comes. Van Voris gets it across the line. Left side. Here's a shot. Ferguson the save. And he'll knock it out of midair with the paddle of his stick. Goes into the corner. Sadoway sends it all the way around. They put it out in front. Ferguson is able to trap it under the glove as Dowda was right on the spot. And the Komets living a little dangerous here in the last couple minutes. They gave up one. We're tied at 1. 12:21 to go in the first. We got a timeout on the ice. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com. You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Coming out of the timeout, Komets and Kalamazoo. They're tied at 1. Shane Albrani, Fred Bean with you here this evening. Komets got a busy weekend. We go over to Cincinnati for a Saturday night matchup with the Cyclones, and it'll be in Wheeling, West Virginia on Sunday. Komets will get it in. It's going to go all the way around the wall. Kylie tries slowing it down. Goes up along the far side. St-Amant gets it now in front of the net. It rolls to Kylie. We got a penalty called. It's going to go on Kalamazoo. Brady Shaw was hauled down. And the first power play of the game for the best power play unit in the league. The Fort Wayne Komets going to go a man up.
Good effort all the way around to bring the puck into the net, force them to take a bad penalty. Actually, a good penalty because the Komets were positioned for a point-blank shot, and now we're going to make them pay for it.
Ty Capelli will go into the box. Kalamazoo came into tonight's game averaging almost 25 minutes in penalties per game, including 10 majors. So the Komets go on the power play here. Here's Galipeau over to Shaw, coming down low. McKenzie in front of the net. Got to be broken up by the defenseman. And we come the other way. Veilleux with it shorthanded. Veilleux will come across the line. Has Galipeau on him. Sends it cross rink. And the Komets intercepted. Komets transition down the ice. St-Amant will come across the line. St-Amant in the slot. Gives it over. Here's Shaw. Right side. Snaps one off and it's blocked. On to the left side. Van Voris will get rid of it. Veilleux with it. And he'll come across the line shorthanded again. He'll get a shot off. It's going to be deflected, and it'll rim around. Here's Tho. He'll toss it right back into the Komets zone. Ferguson will have to stop it. And we're down to 1:20 to go in the power play for the Komets. Tied at 1. Komets with the puck in their own zone. Galipeau coming down the middle of the ice, dishes off to Szydlowski. Szydlowski will come across the line, outnumbered there as the Komets were changing, and that'll give the Wings a chance to clear the zone. It's going to be Gottlieb. He's got the puck. Gottlieb with the game winner on Saturday in overtime. He moves it forward over to Brad Morrison. Morrison will enter the zone. It goes into the corner. Komets trying to control it. Comes up to Szydlowski. Szydlowski on the near side points. Sends it back up to Gottlieb in the slot. Right side Szydlowski. Wrister going to be blocked. Doesn't get through. And the Komets cannot get it on net. But there's look at the hustle by Morrison. Can't keep it from leaving the zone. But the Komets do possess the puck in their own zone. And they can start over. Here's Jenks on the right side. Finds Szydlowski. Going to come across. Now Jenks with it. Jenks, can he get a shot off? He does. Kylie with the save. Rebound is going to sit there in the blue paint for a moment. Now it's going to be covered up. And now we've got some extra going on after the whistle with 24 seconds left on the man advantage for the Komets. So the Komets doing the right thing. Crash in the net there. But Kylie is able to see it all the way.
Yeah, Kylie let it bounce out, gave us a little bit of a hope to get that rebound and stick it back in, but Komets 4 strong, standing in front of them, waiting to pounce.
1-1 is our score. Shots on goal 7-6 in favor of the Komets. Komets averaging 36.4 shots a game. As Brett McKenzie, we talked about him in the pregame with Coach Ben Boudreau, still without a goal here this season, but he does have 8 points. McKenzie will stand in there with Sadaway. And the drop of the puck. Komets try and reach it. They do. Here's a shot off the post. And onto the near side. McKenzie in after it. And now that'll clear the zone. Komets clang it off the pipe. 10 seconds to go on the power play, and the Komets have time for one more rush. Here's Bryson Martin onto the left wing. It will be St-Amant getting it in. It's going to go into the corner. Now St-Amant spun around. Komet fans want a penalty. Not going to happen. Oh, yes, he does. Yeah, we do have a penalty going along the far side. A little delayed call there. Now it's going to scoot up into the crowd, and the Komets will go back on the power play just as the penalty to Icapelli expired.
Yeah, all St-Amant making the effort going towards the net.
I think they're going to call St-Amant for maybe an embellishment here because St-Amant's going in the box.
70, Sean St-Amant, 2 minutes diving.
Yep, there we go.
Kelly, 10 minutes.
So I said no penalty initially because the referee didn't call it. He needed a little moment to think about it.
Okay.
But he calls it diving, but it clearly was a trip. But what are you going to do?
When you have your stick in between the opposing player's legs and you twist, and that opposing player's body does a 360, I think that classifies as tripping.
Goes against the Komets. The Komets will skate a man down. Goes along the far side here as we start things up here in the Komet zone. Here's Jenks. Got a poke checked away. Kalamazoo possesses the puck. Now it'll be offside on Kalamazoo. And we'll have a face-off outside of the Komet blue line. Well, we have all new referees this season, so they're learning things as we go as well. But like you said, Fred, that's when you get your stick in between the opposing player's legs, it's kind of hard to fake a tripping call there. But it goes against the Komets, and we'll get another look at this Komet penalty-killing unit that hasn't been so good, but one of the teams that has been worse has been the Kalamazoo Wings on the penalty kill. So the Komets here doing a good job on this man advantage for the Wings. The puck goes all the way down here into the Komet zone. Into the corner, the Wings with it. They have a man advantage. Here's Tho at the blue line to Vayu, top of the left circle. Angles it right back to Tho in the slot. Now he's going to give it up along the left side. Komets crowd him, and coming up to the blue line to Tho. Tho gets it back to Vayu, being chased by Jenks. They try and put it up along the wall. Disrupted by the Komets. Now they'll clear the zone. Puck going all the way down into the Kalamazoo zone. We're tied at 1 here in the first period. Wings with it. They're on the power play. It'll be Tho. Oh, will make it to his own blue line, going right down the middle of the ice, drops it off. And now they feed it forward. Sandler will get it in. Ferguson will come out. He'll swing it around. Baylis has it. Now it goes into the corner. Komets with it. Lots of room. And it's Stewart. Stewart will zip it all the way down the length of the ice. And that's going to grab the safety screen all the way on the far side. And face-off will come down into the Komet zone. That's because the Komets have just been given another penalty. It'll be Stewart for delay a game. And you don't see too many 190-foot delay game calls because Stewart shot that down the length of the ice. And it did not catch the glass, so that is a delay game call. So the Komets to skate 2 men down here for 45 seconds.
Stewie doesn't know his own strength.
Yeah, I guess not. So it's a 5-on-3 advantage for Kalamazoo. And here's the drop of the puck in the Komet zone. Jenks will give it a kick, and it goes into the corner. Here's Binkley. Backhander over to Galipeau. Galipeau on the far side. He will find a seam, and he'll send it all the way down.
Critical win by Jenks on that faceoff to make that happen, so we can get it out of the zone.
Kylie to Vayu, far side. Galipeau takes it right off his stick, and he'll send it all the way down to Kylie. Wings with it. They got a 2-man advantage here. As it's going to come forward, they come across the line. Zach Fry going into the corner. Fry puts it out in front. Look out, Sadaway. Here's a shot. Save made. Sadaway right on the doorstep, and the rebound goes to Galipeau off the glass and out. That'll take care of St-Amant's penalty. And now we've got 1:15 left to go on Chase Stewart's. Still a power play for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo 6th in the league on the power play. Not too shabby themselves as the puck comes down into the Komet zone. Marcus Phillips is there. Phillips will send it forward. Here come the Komets, shorthanded McKenzie on the far side, needing some help. McKenzie here draws all 4 defenders for Kalamazoo, and he's able to get it deeper in the corner. Nice hustle there by McKenzie as the puck comes along the near boards, and now sent forward to Capelli. Takes a bump from behind, now sent in, and it'll be Ferguson behind the net. Over to Martin. Martin will help it out. He gets it to McKenzie. Now coming out. Here's Brad Ross coming in on the goaltender with a man on him. Shot. Save made. And Kylie's able to hang on. And Brad Ross snuck behind the D. Couldn't make a move. He had a man draped on his back, and Kylie makes the save.
Great shift by McKenzie. You know, he may not have gotten a goal yet, but he is doing all the little things to make us successful. His work down inside of the defensive zone and being able to... Go ahead.
And we are going to get a hold. So it'll be on Kalamazoo. So I said Brad Ross had a man on his back, and he did.
Yeah.
Justin Kovacs.
And it's Justin Kovacs.
I just said, you know, McKenzie brought it down in front of the Kalamazoo goaltender. All 4 defenders had to pay him on. He fought all the way back down into our zone, picked up the puck, and found Ross alone on the blue line to send him in, and now that drew the penalty.
So it's 4-on-4 here for 25 more seconds. And there'll be advantage Komets. Komets on the left side. Now it's going to be pushed into the Komet zone. Going to go into the corner. And it's going to be icing on Kalamazoo. So it's 4-on-4. Puck is going to come down into the Kalamazoo zone. We are tied at 1. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Face-off will be to the right of Kylie here in the Kalamazoo zone. Shots are now 8-7 in favor of the Komets. And here's the puck drop. Goes into the corner. Up along the wall, and the Wings have it onto the left side. Komets will have a power play in 5 seconds. Wings come across the line. Van Voorst will take a shot. That's going to be tipped, but it'll be offside. That's not going to count. Face-off come outside of the Komet zone. So the Komets in 2 seconds will have a power play. And the Komets are on a pretty good tear in the power play. Did not get a goal on their first advantage here tonight, but 18 overall this season. Komets 22 goals this season in the first period. Make that 23. So the hot starts helping out the Komets. Face-off come outside the line. Here's Jenks with it, and the Komets are on a power play. 6:41 to go in the first. And it's Max Gottlieb with the puck. Gottlieb coming right down the middle of the ice. Stick handles around, and now he lost it. And now the Komets have got to regroup. Szydlowski lost to Tho. Tho's going to come across the line shorthanded. Now he's going to reverse back the other way. And the Wings will play it all the way into the Komet zone, trying to kill off the final minute of this penalty. Komets with it. In the neutral zone, Łyszczarczyk will come across the line. Morrison angles it off the wall, nobody home, and now back all the way into the Komet end. Ferguson will come out, and he'll send it around. Gottlieb with it. Gottlieb on the far side. Avoids one check. Now he turns around. Komets need to regroup here with 37 seconds to go on the power play. Gottlieb will find Szydlowski on the right side. He's going to get it to Łyszczarczyk down here in the corner in the Kalamazoo zone. Łyszczarczyk trying to give it right back to Szydlowski, but it's going to go to Morrison. Morrison going to come up to the blue line. Now Morrison taking a wide turn, takes a shot off the shoulder of Kylie, and it goes along the near boards. Going to come up to the blue line. It'll be Morrison again with it. Morrison in the slot. One move, tries to move it over on the far boards to Ross. Komets still have it. Szydlowski. Up top we come, back down low, and it's Łyszczarczyk, the intended target, and now we're back to 5-on-5. Kalamazoo now with a 3-on-2 as they come out of the penalty box. They come across the line. Now the Komets poke it out. Komets are going to reach it. Here's McKenzie coming across, 2-on-1, drops it back, but the defenseman is able to poke it aside. Onto the near boards, McKenzie in the corner. McKenzie drops it down low to Shaw. He centers it. St-Amant was right there, couldn't get a stick on it. Now Galipeau, the shot, he scores! Galipeau with a blast from the blue line. Kylie was screened, and the Komets lead it 2-1.
Shane, like I was saying before, McKenzie doing the little things right. He was able to hold that puck in on the board. He had 4 guys on him, and he was waiting for his teammates to finish their shift. They finally get back. They get the zone. Puck goes back to the point, and the shot in the point, like I said, with a screen in front, right in the top corner.
Komets lead it 2-1. 4:51 to go here in the first. And here is the puck drop from center ice. Back into the Kalamazoo zone. It goes up along the far boards. It is an even strength goal. And the puck is going to be back to McKenzie. Back into the Komet zone. Here is Binkley. Binkley on the far side to Bryson Martin. Martin rips it off the wall. Binkley up along the near side. And now Binkley sends it cross rink. It's going to be tapped out. And now Kalamazoo will come across the line. Here's a shot. That is going to get out. And it will be tipped. And we got a timeout on the ice. So we will take another break. The Komets lead this one 2-1. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
Union Labor has been building Chevy and GMC pickup trucks for over 80 years. The UAW has been dedicated to building quality trucks at the GM Fort Wayne Assembly Plant for over 30 years. Your friends and neighbors in the UAW work every day to bring those quality trucks to your favorite dealerships. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a full-size pickup truck such a great value. GMC and Chevy full-size pickup trucks built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Thanks to the UAW. You're listening to Komet Hockey.
4:24 yet to go here in the first period. Komets 2, Kalamazoo 1. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. And the face-off to the right of Ferguson. And here's the puck drop. Come up to Sadaway to the blue line. It's going to get out. And now it'll be Tho back at the center line. Sadaway, backhander, intercepted. Komets will find their way in. Here's Morrison, drop pass to Gottlieb. Now sends it over, shot, and it's going to be knocked in. Rebound is going to be knocked aside. Komets still with it. Gottlieb in the corner. Goes back down low. Komets try and tuck it home. Kylie trying to hug the post. Puck is still loose, and now finally it's covered up. And now we get some extra physical activity going on at the end of that. Sadaway has got a hold of somebody. And going into is Kyle Haas. And that is nobody. Nobody wants to tangle with Kyle Haas as he crashed the net. Szydlowski was trying to get him off the goaltender there. So nothing will come of this, but the Komets doing the right thing. And now Haas and Sandler have some words. And Haas is going to be backed off to the penalty box, it looks like. So we'll get coincidental minors here. So we'll skate 4-on-4.
That was pretty funny. You got it. You know, the Komets all season long have had each other's back. Every time somebody's going after another Komet, their teammates have been there. There was one time he had 3 guys to Ron Haas right in front of the goalie, and the other 2 Komets just looked back and said, "Oh, you're just stupid."
Kyle's got this one.
So two white shirts are off, and he's on top of the third one.
So we've got 4-on-4 hockey. It doesn't seem like we played 5-on-5 much here in this first period. I mentioned Kalamazoo. A lot of penalty minutes this year, 24.89 to be exact, including 10 majors. So they're used to going into the box, but no extra mania for either team. 4-on-4. And the face-off will go to the right of Kylie in the Kalamazoo zone. Into the corner, Szydlowski up along the wall. Got a man on his back coming all the way, and he's going to try to put it towards the net, but it's picked off. And now Diamond Tony will come across the line on the other side. Gets past Phillips, and it goes along the far side. The Komets get it out. Bouncing puck, and the Komets have got it. Phillips coming across with Szydlowski. Phillips coming in, got a man on his back, and Diamond Tony's ridden into the corner, but Phillips still with the puck. Phillips up along the wall, angles off, still had Van Voorhis on his back, and Van Voorhis takes him off the puck. And now it will be Kalamazoo with it. 3:26 to go in the first. Puck goes along the near side. It's going to be tapped down into the Komet zone. Diamond Tony up along the wall. Him and Gottlieb tangle up along that near side. And Brady Shaw is able to dig it out. Komets going back on the attack. Right side, Shaw trying to avoid a poke check from Fry. Cannot skate through it, and the puck will find its way to Connor Schmidt. Schmidt takes a wide turn. He'll dump it into the Komet zone. Galipeau first one back, and he sends it to the blue line. Out, not out. Fry is there. Now St-Amant's got it. Gives it a kick. Now scoots up along the far side. Here is St-Amant. Dropped it off to Shaw. Shaw right side. Tried to center it. St-Amant right there. And a save to Kylie. Got his left leg on it. And back up along the near side. Going down low into the corner, it is Fry. Fry is St-Amant, they battle. And now the puck goes loose up along the far boards. Szydlowski will drop it up along the near side, and Fry with the space, the Komets change. 2-1 Komets here in the first period. Puck coming across the line. Szydlowski will get it there, but it'll be offside. Will be the marker on the Kalamazoo Wings. So 2-1 Komets. Komets just had a good chance there. St-Amant right in front of the net, but Kylie shutting the door.
Yeah, crisscross passing in front of the goaltender, always making the goaltender move. That's what opens up the space. And you know, every time a goaltender moves, it takes him a half a second before he can get settled as far as being able to see the angle and the depth of the puck. So that's why you're always trying to turn a crisscross in front, and they good opportunity there down by the boards.
There's a big lead cross-rink pass here in the neutral zone. And the puck comes forward into the Kalamazoo end. Here's Bryson Martin. Martin up top of the blue line, steers it up along the wall. McKenzie is there, goes into the corner, looking for Brad Ross. Ross battles hard. He's going to take it off the corner. Ross now coming down low to McKenzie. It rolls off of his stick and right to Kylie, and he's able to snag it.
That was a C&I puck that almost found the back of the net.
Gritty play there by Brad Ross. And McKenzie, we're going to keep saying his name till he scores his first goal here tonight. We talked about him in the pregame, and McKenzie sniffing around here tonight. He's had a couple of nice chances, especially that one right there. May have been the closest opportunity he had here tonight. Face-off will be to the right of Kylie. Down to just 2 minutes to go here in the first period. To the blue line is Bryson Martin. His shot right on the money. As it was Shaw right on the doorstep, or Baylis rather, and grabbing it is Kylie. Looks it right in the glove, and we'll do it again here in the Kalamazoo zone. 2-1 Komets. Komets on the road. The rest of the weekend will be in Cincinnati tomorrow night. Take on the Cyclones for the second time this season. And then we will see the Wheeling Nailers first time at West Banco in Wheeling, West Virginia on Sunday afternoon. Here's a shot by Baylis and doesn't get through, and the puck goes into the corner. Vayu up top of the blue line. Komets try and keep it in. Reaching for it is Łyszczarczyk. He's there, gives it a chop, but it doesn't get in on the goaltender. Up along the near side, Vayu will get it out of the Kalamazoo zone and out into the Komet end. Here's Bryson Martin to Jason Binkley. Binkley up along the wall. Łyszczarczyk will give it back to Bryson Martin. The Komets moving forward. Komets coming across the line. Here's Baylis moving on the right side, gets around Fry, drops it down low. Now the net is dislodged, and this is going to be a power play. That was pretty easy. Delay a game call. Kalamazoo pushed that net off the moorings pretty deliberately, and I think that's going to be Tho. Yep, Aaron Tho, number 12, going to the box.
Yeah, the play wasn't anywhere near that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head scratcher there. The puck was all the way in the corner. The Komets really had nothing cooking there offensively, and Tho just kind of took it upon himself to dislodge the net.
Water break, I guess. I'll tell you, Baylis is doing a great job having a lot of patience rather than just trying to take an iffy shot that really doesn't have much of a chance. He's got his head up, he's circling, he's looking for passing lanes and get his teammates in position. He's going to make something happen tonight.
Komets will get a power play yet again. Here's Galipeau to St-Amant, right side, shot, score! Komets lead it 3-1. St-Amant with the shots from the right dot. 1:13 to go in the period. It's a power play goal for the Komets. And let's see who gets credit for this goal, because St-Amant took the shot and our buddy Brett McKenzie was right in front of the net. Here's St-Amant's right circle. Here's his shot, and it goes off the defenseman and into the net.
Yes, that'll go to St-Amant.
So St-Amant should get credit for this goal. So the Komets lead it 3-1. Another power play goal for the Komets, 19th of the season. And the puck goes along the far side after the ensuing face-off. Brady Shaw has got it. Shaw, he'll take a wide turn all the way back into the Komet zone. And we go up along the far side with 1 minute to go in the period. Here's McKenzie. He'll flip it in. Going to go off the end wall. And they do give the goal to Brett McKenzie.
Goal number 62.
As the puck
Galipeau
comes all the way up along the near side, banked off by McKenzie and all the way back in. Sent all the way around the far boards. And the Wings are able to get it into the Komet zone. Here's Phillips along the far side. Puck is going to go all the way in to the Kalamazoo zone. It's going to go into the corner. And here's Wilson. Wilson behind the nets to Fry. Fry feeds it up along the wall, and it's going to go out of play. Well, we're good luck. We talked about Brett McKenzie not having a goal before the game tonight, and he finally cashes one in as St-Amant set the shot towards the net. Apparently, McKenzie did get a piece of that like we thought, and the first goal for Brett McKenzie, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, you know, he deserves it. He's been working hard all game long, and he's been making a lot happen on the ice for his teammates, as he has been all season long with his 8 assists. So good to see that he can get the first one.
19.2 seconds to go in the first. And here's the puck drop. Van Voorhis has got it onto the far boards, moves it ahead, and they'll come across the line. What a hit by Chase Stewart. And now he's going to have to answer that. Stewart and Wilson are going to drop the gloves. And Stewart and Wilson up along the far boards. And they're going to tangle, and Stewart takes Wilson down with one punch. And Stewart, and let's see who Stewart just laid out. Whoever it is, he's not moving.
He
is out. I believe he was out before he hit the ice. Stewart goes down the runway. Wilson sticking up for his teammates. What a hit by Chase Stewart. And let's see if we can get a replay of that hit. 9.7 seconds to go here in the first. Just a monstrous hit. It was with the shoulder.
Yeah,
it was a good, clean hit.
He got smoked. I hope he's all right.
So the Komets are up 3-1. And still trying to get a number on who that is down there. 9.7 seconds to go here in the first, and we've got an injured Kalamazoo wing, and we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
And it's Adam Dowda, the unfortunate recipient of that hit by Chase Stewart. And if you look at the replay, it didn't look like it was anything dirty. He led with the shoulder, but he caught Dowda flush on the head, and it looked like Dowda was even out cold before he hit the ice.
Yeah, he came across the blue line. He had his head down. That's always dangerous. And you know, Stewie's just playing hockey. He did what he was supposed to do. Knock him off the puck, use his shoulder. At 13.
Oh, it's 13. It's Sanford coming off. It's all the way over on the far side of the ice here at the Coliseum across from the press box. So a little hard to see the number down there.
Yeah, you hate to see anybody get hurt.
But it's a good thing that he is up, and he's able to actually skate off on his own power. So Sanford heads to the locker room, and doesn't appear to be any further discipline handed out to Chase Stewart for the hit. He did get a 5-minute fighting major as Ben Wilson hopped in to fight Stewart right away. But what a hit. That was one of the biggest hits I've seen in some time. Face off to the left of Ferguson here in the Komet zone. Komets lead at 3-1, 9.7 seconds to go here in the first. And here's Łyszczarczyk. He'll take it, and it goes up top along the far side. Galipeau up along that far wall. Komets tie it up down to 2 seconds, and that'll do it for the period. And now Kyle Haas comes in and gives a jab at Galipeau. And now Haas going after Galipeau, but the linesmen quickly jump in. And that will do it for the first period. Going out with a bang. Komets lead it 3-1, but we will be seeing the replay of that hit by Chase Stewart for many years, I think. That was just huge. You hate to see anybody injured, but like you said, he had his head down, came across. Stewart was exactly doing his job. He took the man off the puck, but unfortunately Sanford injured on that play, and nothing was handed out by the referee at the conclusion of that hit. But it looks like we're going to have some penalties handed down here at the end of the period. So the rough stuff continues. We had 2 rough games up in Kalamazoo, and with Kalamazoo here on a 3-game skid, they're going to try and do everything they can to break out of the slump.
Yeah, don't go anywhere because, you know, number one, they're down 3-1. Number 2, they just had one of their boys get knocked out cold. It's going to be an interesting second and third period.
Komets going into the dressing room up 3-1. We are going to take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
If you've been beat up after a tough night on the ice or a hard day at the office, locally owned Mattress Warehouse can score you a quality sleep at a comfortable price. With brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Symbol, our experienced team will find you the comfort and support that will make you feel like a winner. Rush into one of our 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or log on to MattressWarehouseFW.com.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WOWO during the second intermission of each home game. It's all presented by Kaleidoscope Floors, now at their new larger location, 1610 West Cook Road. Contest open to kids 9 and older and must be accompanied by an adult. Sign up right now and be the next Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Komets looking to make it 3 in a row over the Kalamazoo Wings. Komets getting 2 wins last weekend up in Kalamazoo, and the Komets are entering the second period 3-1 with the lead over the Kalamazoo Wings. As we take a look at the scoring here tonight, well, first let's take a look at our shots on goal being brought to you by Huntington University. All Komet season ticket holders can get 25% off all tuition. All you have to do is call the Huntington University admissions office, and you can take advantage of that great opportunity. Shots on goal. Komets with 16 in the first, Kalamazoo with 7. Now the scoring. Komets got on the board first early, 33 seconds into this contest. A.J. Jenks, his 8th of the season. Sean Szydlowski with the assists. Kalamazoo would answer at 6:49. Diamond Tony, his 2nd of the season. Wilson and the goaltender Kylie helped him out on that. And then the Komets in at 15:09, they would get one from Galipeau, his 3rd of the season. Shaw and McKenzie with the assist. And then Brett McKenzie, who we were talking during the pregame, he has yet to score a goal here tonight, but now we can stop talking about it because Brett McKenzie got his 1st of the season at 18:47, his 2nd point of the game. It was on the power play. St-Amant and Galipeau with the helpers, and the Komets with another power play goal. That gives them 17 for the season. So McKenzie gets on the board at 18:47, and that was it for the scoring. Komets lead this one 3-1. Dylan Ferguson for the Komets had a pretty easy first period. Only saw 7 shots, making 6 saves, as Kylie making 13 saves on 16 shots for the Kalamazoo Wings. Komets 1 of 3 on the power play tonight. Kalamazoo, they are 0 of 2. So that is our story here tonight. So we will take a break, and then we'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And a drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the flavor, zero the sugar.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Well, the good news is, someday is today. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint replacement, including the minimally invasive anterior hip, with the potential for less pain and a faster recovery. Personalized implants that are designed specifically for you and your own anatomy. And even outpatient joint replacement, meaning you can go home the very same day. If you're ready to reclaim your life, talk to the orthopedic hospital that more people in our region choose, and the one that consistently earns the highest ratings in patient satisfaction and quality. Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better. Parkview Ortho Hospital is partially physician-owned.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. Our score is 3-1 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets. Now that's our score. Let's take a look at some more scores being brought to you by Meijer. Meijer, where you get the rewards without the work. We've got one game that has gone final up in St. John's, Newfoundland. The Toledo Walleye, they fall tonight to the Newfoundland Growlers in their Kelly Cup Finals rematch. 4-3 is the final there. Jacksonville beaten up on Atlanta tonight, 6-2. They are in the third period down in Jacksonville. The Reading Royals, they are up 3-1 on the Adirondack Thunder here this evening, and that is in the third period. South Carolina and the Indy Fuel, they are knotted up at 3. They are down in North Charleston, South Carolina tonight. They are going to the third period. Sunday's opponent, the Wheeling Nailers, they are trailing the Utah Grizzlies by a score of 2-1 as Utah making their first trip to Wheeling. They're in the third period in that one. Also in the third period, Brampton and Maine, they are tied at 3. Going in to the third period, down in Norfolk, Virginia, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits 4, and the Norfolk Admirals 0. Idaho, they're up early 1-0 on the Wichita Thunder. They are just now going to the second period. And then our final game on the slate in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Rapid City Rush were off to a good start this year. 2-1 is the score there against the Tulsa Oilers. Just started the second period down in Oklahoma. The Meijer app will learn all about you and your shopping preferences the more you use it. Enter your MPerks ID every time you check out. So that's a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as the Komets coming in to tonight's game. Right now in third place, they're tied with Toledo with 15 points, but Toledo, they have played one less game, the Komets, so a little better winning percentage, but not right now after Toledo losing that game tonight in St. John's. So Cincinnati, they are idle tonight. That'll be the Komets' opponent tomorrow. Cincinnati in first place as they jumped over both the Komets and the Walleye yesterday with their win 1-0 over the Allen Americans. As we take a look at the entire Central Division here as we're in the middle of November, these teams now starting to take a little bit of shape. We're gonna kind of maybe know what all of these teams are made of here. Cincinnati in first place, the Toledo Walleye and the Komets each with 15 points, and the Indy Fuel with 12 points. The Wheeling Nailers are in fifth place with 11, and Kalamazoo with 10. But Kalamazoo, they have played the least amount of games of any team in the division. Actually, any team in the ECHL. They are just now hitting double digits here tonight. Our score is 3-1, and we are in the middle of the first intermission. We will take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Pacina. Having trouble enjoying the holidays because of tooth pain? You know you need to do something, but maybe just don't know where to go. At Afdent, we've been taking care of your friends and neighbors' dental problems for over 40 years. Our team of doctors and dental professionals are devoted to patient-friendly dentistry. That means providing care at your convenience. We will get you comfortable and out of pain today, even without an appointment. If you're suffering from a dental emergency, we have an entire area dedicated to fast relief of dental pain. And you don't need dental insurance to get great care from us. At Afdent, we're the no insurance specialists. We offer many payment options, including 0% APR for those who qualify and in-house financing for those with less than perfect credit. Don't wait to take care of your dental pain. Call 1-800-TOOTHACHE or visit Afdent across from the Coliseum on Parnell.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the winning values you've been looking for on all the new 2020 models, starting at only $34,000. Check out the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the only open-air pickup truck, or change lines to the Power Top, now available for the first time ever on Jeep Wrangler. The all-new 2020 Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy, with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. For all your everyday work needs, we also have an awesome selection of our new line of commercial Pro Master vans. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all in one place. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to support the Komets and our community for over 40 years. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meijer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. The Komets lead it 3-1, but the Komets are going to be skating a man down when we start up the second period as Kyle Haas picked up a roughing minor right there at the 20-minute mark. So the Komets will have to kill off penalty when we get things going here in the second period. Komets returning home after a little bit of a road trip, and the Komets plenty of action here on home ice during the month of November, so make sure you get your tickets for all the action here in the month of November. After tonight, again, the Komets are on the road all weekend, but we return home on the 22nd for the Toledo Walleye, and that will be family four-pack night. The Wheeling Nailers are here on the 23rd on report card night. Wheeling will return on Thanksgiving night for the Bomb Chase Memorial Game, and Cincinnati rounds out the schedule in November on the 30th. So get your tickets for all Coliseum home action on Sweetwater Ice at the Coliseum ticket office. And I mentioned report card night. That is always a very popular promotion. So any child who has an A or an A equivalent can get a free ticket to the game on the 23rd. So don't miss out on report card night coming up on Saturday, November 23rd. And Komet fans, if you follow the Komets on Twitter or Facebook, look for the Lancia Homes game recap after each game. Then go to lanciahomes.com to start building your dream home today. We are going to take a break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. Komets lead at 3-1. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Sports fans, Bet Indiana News has got you covered. Football, basketball, baseball, and more. Bet Indiana News is the sharpest source for the latest sports betting news from across the country and around the state. And always with an eye on the action, the favorites, the underdogs, the sharp money, and more. It's where you'll find all the sports betting info you want, all at one site. Visit BetIndianaNews.com today.
This is Komets head coach Ben Boudreau inviting everyone to Texas Roadhouse before every Komets home game. Wear your favorite Komets jersey and get a free cactus blossom. And you can even sit in the famous Komets Corner. Texas Roadhouse is the home of award-winning steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and unbelievable fresh-baked bread. Of course, Texas Roadhouse has plenty of ice-cold beer and legendary margaritas. Get to Texas Roadhouse with your Komets jersey before every Komets home game and get a free cactus blossom. Texas Roadhouse on Washington Center Road.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Our score is 3-1. The Komets over the Kalamazoo Wings. The Komets and Kalamazoo, they've already played 4 times this year. This is the 5th meeting. The Komets is their 13th game of the season. So we've seen a lot of Kalamazoo. 14 times in all, we will see the Kalamazoo Wings. The Komets are 3-1 versus Kalamazoo this season. The Komets came into tonight's game the top-rated offense in the ECHL. They were tied with Newfoundland for the most goals scored this year. Newfoundland, they scored 5 tonight in their win against the Toledo Walleye. So the Komets keep pace with Newfoundland. Got to put a 5 spot up there, and the Komets well on their way. They've got 3 here tonight. But 20 of the Komets' goals coming into tonight's game were against the Kalamazoo Wings. So the Komets eating up some more wings here tonight. Hopefully that will keep up. The Komets scoring in the first period hasn't been a problem. 22 goals coming into tonight's game. So now with 3, we can make that 25 to just 12 goals they're giving up in the first period. The first 10 games of the season, the second period had been a nightmare, but the Komets have kind of righted the ship over the last couple of games, scoring 3 goals in each of the games last weekend in the second period. So that's now even up at 21-21, but the Komets still need to increase that scoring in the third period. The Komets have only scored 9 goals in third periods this year as the power play keeps on clicking. Another power play goal here tonight for the Komets. Komets came in tied with Toledo for the best power play in the league. They now have 17 on the season. Speaking of the Toledo Walleye, the Fish House, located just down the street from the Coliseum on North Clinton, they want you to eat free walleye this season. When the Komets beat the Toledo Walleye at home, just take your ticket to the Fish House for a free walleye appetizer with the purchase of a regular entree. The Komets have only played the Walleye here at the Coliseum just once, and the Komets fell short 5-3 that night back on October 18th. But your next chance to eat some free walleye is coming up next week, November 22nd. So make sure you get your tickets for that game because you could be eating some free walleye. And Komet fans, Napa Auto Parts is giving you a month full of winning deals to keep you safe on the roads during the winter. Stop into your local store and buy a 2-pack of night vision brilliant headlamps and get a pair of Proformer wiper blades for free. Because when you put safety first, your equipment should be second rate. Napa Auto Parts is a proud sponsor of the community and a proud sponsor of the Fort Wayne Komets. And when water, fire, mold, or storm damage strikes your home or business, you want a hometown team you can trust. Call the team the Komets. Call Hayes & Sons. Learn more at haysonSons.com/Komets. We are going to take another break. The second period is coming up for you. Komets trying to hang on to this lead. 3-1. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life. Powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Komets Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Komets provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Komets Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
This is Komet Hockey.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Alberani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. Komets lead this one 3-1, but the Kalamazoo Wings are going to go on a power play when we start things up here in the second period as Kyle Haas, he picked up a roughing call right at the tail end of the period. So it will be the third power play of the game for the Kalamazoo Wings. The Komets have successfully killed off two of them, including a 5-on-3, and that is very encouraging for a penalty killing unit that has struggled this year. So the Komets and the Wings retake the ice. Komets up 3-1. Dylan Ferguson just in his third start with the Komets. He started last Wednesday in Cincinnati, but was unable to complete that game. He was injured right at the front of the second period in Cincinnati. So hopefully Ferguson will be able to finish this one out. Had a pretty easy first period, but I'm guessing things are going to heat up here because Kalamazoo, forgetting who we're playing, Fred. That's what you're here for. Kalamazoo on a power play. Here's the drop, and Kalamazoo with the puck. Wings on the far side through the neutral zone. Zach Fry will get it in. He'll rip it around the board. It's going to go into the corner, and a bouncing puck will find its way back up along the near side. Capelli with it, trying to avoid a poke check here from McKenzie. Comes up to the blue line. Here's a shot. Ferguson with the save. He reacted late to it, but he is able to snag it and get a whistle.
Yeah, he had some legs in front of him and didn't get a good sight on it. Fortunately, he was positioned well to be able to make the save and tie up the puck.
And that's what's nice when you're 6'2", able to get yourself big, take up a lot of real estate down there, and that got Ferguson right in the chest.
That helped helps a lot, that's for sure.
Face out to the left to Ferguson. And here is the drop. Going to come up to the blue line. Komets get it out. Here's Brady Shaw, shorthanded. He'll come across the line. Shaw will get a shot off. And it will be a save to Kiley. And the puck goes along the near boards. Ty Capelli. Kiley. Grab that off the blocker. Now it goes all the way down here in the Komet zone. On to the near boards. Brady Shaw again. He will find a spot and will send it down to the Kalamazoo zone.
Another face-off won by Jenks. He's been winning a lot of the critical ones when we needed them. With the short-hander on the power play.
Jenks only been thrown out of one face-off circle here tonight, which is unusual for him. Puck is going to be deflected, and it's going to go out of play. So we'll get a face-off, should be in the neutral zone with 18:56 to go. Second period, Komets lead at 3-1. Komets are still skating a man down for another 57 seconds.
Souvenir for the fan.
Nice crowd here tonight. Didn't get the official word on the attendance, but another nice one. Here's the Komets lead the league in attendance, so thank you, Komet fans, for making that happen. As the puck goes here into the corner, Jason Binkley is down there. Baylis reaching for it. Now it rolls in front of the net. Look out, Ferguson is able to get it up along the far side as Kovacs was right there in the blue paint. Goes down into the corner. Here's Diamond Tony trying to shake away from St-Amant. It goes below the goal line. And now into the corner. Played up along the wall. Baylis again reaching for it. Now he's able to get a hold of it, but Tho keeps it in. It goes into the corner. Kalamazoo, they're going to the net. It's Sadaway in front. It's going to go wide. And now back up along the near side. Into the corner. It is Veyu to the blue line. Tho will take a shot. Doesn't get through. Blocked and out all the way down to the Kalamazoo zone.
We dodged a bullet there. That one went right across the crease. The player was in position. He was just skated too fast past the net.
Veyu goes along the far side, coming in. 4 seconds to go on the power play. And Veyu comes up top to Tho on the far side. Now we're back to even strength. Kyle Haas comes out of the penalty box, and it goes into the corner. Back behind Ferguson. Now they try and tuck it in front. Ferguson is there, and he's able to smother. So Ferguson getting tested here early on in the second period, but he's up to it. Keeps the score 3-1. The Komets kill off another penalty.
Yeah, Ferguson's showing he's a top goaltender. You know, he's got a 2.87 goals against average, one of the best in the league. So, you know, having him between the pipes is a definite boost for us, and it's showing when we're short-handed. You know, we're down towards the bottom of the league with our penalty kill, but we've had a lot of different goalies, and now that we've got Ferguson back in there, things seem to be right in the ship.
Sometimes your goaltender's got to be your best penalty killer.
Absolutely.
As the puck comes all the way onto the right side in the neutral zone, we're back skating 5-on-5. Now it's zipped back into the Komet zone. It goes here into the corner, back below the goal line. Brady Shaw couldn't handle a pass, and now it's going to go all the way down. It's got enough legs on it, and that will be an icing call. And that is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique on DuPont Road. Face-off will be to the right of Ferguson. Shots are 17-9 in favor of the Komets. Kalamazoo, they're giving up 35 shots a game, as the Komets coming in averaging 36.4 for themselves. Puck comes along the far side. Sadaway will rim it around. Komets give chase to it. Goes along the wall and kind of come out to the blue line. St-Amant will get there. Cross-rink pass behind Brady Shaw, but it still enters the Kalamazoo zone and goes into the corner. Up along the near side. And it's going to get all the way to the center line. St-Amant with it. St-Amant sends it back to Gottlieb. Gottlieb on the left side. Cross-rink pass, and it is McKenzie. McKenzie drops it back to Galipeau. And Galipeau all the way back into his own zone. Quickly ahead comes to Brady Shaw. Going back to Łyszczarczyk in front. St-Amant trying to tip it, and it goes into the safety screen for a whistle.
Nice play. Galipeau's having a great game. He's got a goal and an assist, and there he was with a heads-up play all the way down the ice, inside the zone, right over the blue line. Started the offense going forward. Łyszczarczyk was able to move the puck over across in front. Nice shot, deflected off the goaltender, and out of play.
Face off to the left of Kiley in the Kalamazoo zone. Komets win it. They send it towards the net. It goes along the near side. We got a penalty called, and it's going to be on the Komets. Slashing will be the penalty. So we're going to skate shorthanded again, now for the 4th time. And let's see who's going to go to the box. It'll be Baylis. So we got to stay out of the box here in the second period, giving Kalamazoo some momentum as Baylis not happy, slams the door to the bin. And the Komets to skate a man down. Penalty killer's doing a good job, but you don't want to tax those guys out there on the ice.
No, we said coming into the game that we had to stay out of the box, and they give Sadaway especially these opportunities. So they're looking to get back within this game with a shorty.
Going down into the corner, up along the near side. Reaching forward is Brad Ross. And it's tangled up along the wall here in the Komet zone. Now it comes in front. Vayu trying to center it. Komets are there. Now it pops up. Here is Tho. Tho will take a shot. Ross trying to block it. And now the Komets are able to get to it momentarily. Now it's Phillips. Oh, one arm's up on the far side, but not out. Back along the near side, it is Diamond Tony with a shot. They had a man right in front. Doesn't get through. On to the left side. There's Kovacs dropping it down low. Boston Lear goes wide of it. Kovacs will pick it up. Up top of the blue line. Vayu gets by Brad Ross and now goes into the corner. Jason Binkley is down there, cannot control it as Tho now has it in the near side corner. He goes underneath, up along the far side. Jason Binkley taking Tho off the puck, but Binkley cannot clear it. It's going to be sent all the way around. Back onto the near boards to the blue line. Diamond Tony, right side, cross ring pass. Now in front, going to be tapped at, and it's going to get out of play off the stick of Jenks. So Kalamazoo, good puck movement there, but the Komets doing a good job, not making them very comfortable.
No, Shane, I mean, 2 huge body hits inside on a short-handed situation. You don't typically see that. Typically, you're setting up in the box and you're just trying to stop the passing lanes and the puck's going across. Komets taking the body and laying them out. Ends up playing 4-on-4 by the time they pick the bones up off the ice.
Here's the face-off in the Komet zone. Kalamazoo again wins it. They come in front, and a shot and a save made by Ferguson. Here's another one. Didn't get through. Back on the near side. Komets give it a whack up along the near boards by McKenzie. Cannot get it out. Komets need a clear here. Blaney goes behind the net. Now the Komets will have a chance. McKenzie will get there, but not out. Comes up to the blue line. Icapelli traps it. He sends it over across rink. It is Blaney. Blaney on the far side. Up top. Here's a dry broken stick. And now the puck rolls in front of the net. The Komets find a gap, and it goes off. And the Komets will catch a break as it was Blaney winding up for the blue line. Broke his stick. And now Galipeau will send it back into the Kalamazoo zone. And the Wings need to regroup with just 8 seconds to go on their power play.
2 huge saves by Ferguson.
And it goes up along the far side. Sadaway takes it off the side of the net. And the Komets are full strength. Into the corner. It is Dowda taking a shot. Save made by Ferguson. They score.
Made the initial stop, but couldn't get the rebound. And it bumped right out in between 2 Komets and right on the stick of a Kalamazoo player. No chance for Ferguson on the reshot.
So the Komets, unfortunately, playing short-handed most of this second period. And it will be an even strength goal for Kalamazoo, but that means they're just 1 step closer here to picking up the tying goal. As let's see who scores this one. 3-2. That is our score.
Kalamazoo goal, his second of the season, scored by number 27, Justin Kovacs. Assisting on the goal, number 11, Adam Dowda.
So Kovacs got his first of the season against the Komets last Saturday night. He gets the second one here. And now Dylan Ferguson is going over to the bench. Looks like he's got a skate problem. As we see Skylar Garver, our assistant equipment manager, tending to Ferguson. And for a split second here, that was a scary sight because Ferguson left about this point his last start against Cincinnati with an injury, but it looks like he's okay. It looks like it's just maybe a pad or a skate. So we got 14:34 to go here in the second. 3-2. Komets with the lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaroncairo.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Common Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Dylan Ferguson with an equipment problem here, and this actually could not have come at a better time as the Komets skating shorthanded twice already in the second period. We're just a little over 5 minutes into this thing, and the Komets running around there certainly could use this breather, and Dylan Ferguson is allowing them to do that right now.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't his game plan, but as you said, it's definitely fortuitous for us to have this little break. And it'd be nice if the Komets could actually skate 5-on-5 for a couple of shifts.
We haven't done that a whole lot tonight. Kalamazoo has had 4 power plays. The Komets have had 3. Now, Ferguson is still being tended to. And now there'll come a point where the referee might actually say, hey, you got to get a goaltender into the net, and they'll look at Matt Villalta, who has made 5 straight appearances, obviously not in there tonight, and now the referee going over and kind of seeing what the holdup is. But again, both teams getting a little bit of a rest, and the Komets needed here to regroup. Shots in the game are 17-11 in favor of the Komets. Komets lead at 3-2. Now Ferguson will head back to the net.
Looks like he had a strap broke.
All right, back out to center ice we go after Kalamazoo getting that goal. 3-2. Komets with the puck. Got to go all the way down to Kiley. He'll stop it. He'll stick it up along the near side. And now it's going to go up along the wall. All the way into the Komet zone. Sent all the way to Łyszczarczyk. He takes a wide turn. He'll enter the Kalamazoo zone. It goes up along the far side, and it goes into the corner. Wings with the puck. Up along the near side. And now to the blue line, Gottlieb. Cross-ring pass. Here is a shot. Doesn't make it in. Into the corner, Łyszczarczyk up along the far side. And now the Komets with it. Baylis can't get it off to the skate of Vayu, and now the Wings with a 3-on-2 as they cut across the line. Komets are back there on D. Goes along the far side, and now it will be Morrison. Morrison to Baylis. Baylis sends it back over to Morrison. Goes a little bit over his stick, and now Kalamazoo will clear it out. Marcus Phillips with the puck. He'll come across the line, banks it off the glass. Komets will change, and the Wings have it in their own zone. Quickly off the wall. Gonna go up along the near side. And it will be grabbed by Luke Sandler, who put it back into the Kalamazoo zone. And now takeaway here is St-Amant. Trying to go to Brad Ross. Goes off his skates. And now Sean Szydlowski goes into the corner. Up along the near side. St-Amant up along the wall. To the blue line. Galipeau puts it into the corner. Szydlowski goes in after it. Szydlowski up along the far side, and now it's controlled by Kalamazoo. And the Komets with a golden chance to extend their lead after a giveaway by the Wings in their own zone. Puck goes into the corner. Kyle Blaney will give it to Sadoway. Sadoway at the blue line. Here's a shot. Doesn't get through. Goes off the hand of Stewart, and the puck comes out. And it will be Diamond Tony with it up along the far side. Tapped in. Here's Stewart all the way back into his own zone. Stewart on the near side takes it off the wall for the stick of Szydlowski, and now back into the Kalamazoo end. Onto the near side wall. It's going to be bumped out. And now the Wings with it. Off the skates of Bryson Martin and in on the near side. Here's Icapelli cut to the net. And a save made for Ferguson. Poked it away. Brad Ross up along the far side. Brad Ross gets it in the corner to Bryson Martin. Martin cross-ring pass to Baylis. Over a stick, but into the zone. Here's McKenzie taking a shot. Missed it wide. That'll rim all the way out. Binkley back at the center line. Now over to Bryson Martin. Martin winds up. It goes off the end wall. Comes out right in front of the net, but the Komets aren't there. Now Brady Shaw gets upended. He goes into the end wall. Now McKenzie goes into the corner after it. McKenzie tries to come in front. It's going to be tapped out of there. And the Komets retreat. Bryson Martin on the left wing. Cross-ring pass to McKenzie. Now he'll give it over to Binkley. Binkley will push it in. It's going to go on the near side corner here in the Komet zone. Now it's going to go up along the wall. Pass on the near side. Boston Lear will enter the zone. He's met there by Max Gottlieb. He gets loose. Shot. Save made by Ferguson. Rebound. Ferguson again with a save. And the Komets still can't clear it. On the near side. Shot forward. Going to be knocked down by Shaw. Into the corner. Brady Shaw trying to get Diamond Tony off the puck. Diamond Tony still with it. Sends it up in front. Shot save made by Ferguson. He hangs on. Dylan Ferguson, 3 remarkable saves that keep this game 3-2 Komets.
Unbelievable. He's been a wall in there.
So the Komets get some big saves from their goaltender, Dylan Ferguson. We got a timeout. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Chris is presenting her finance report.
Ability versus Q3.
But all you can think about are the new baked goods with rich and creamy Nutella. Now at Tim Hortons. Like a freshly baked chocolate hazelnut donut topped with Nutella. Or mini pancakes filled with Nutella. Wow. And then Chris asks you a question.
Karen, what do you think?
Nutella. I mean...
Oh, Karen. Try delicious baked goods with rich, creamy Nutella for a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Applebee's holiday gift cards are the best thing that's happened to elves since, well, pointy hats. Instead of making gifts in the workshop, I can give a $50 gift card and get a $10 bonus card for boneless wings and handcrafted burgers. Burgers. Applebee's gift cards. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Bonus card expires March 1st, 2020 and may not be redeemed on day of issuance. Restrictions apply. See cards for details.
Back to Komet Hockey.
Komets lead this one 3-2, and it's because of Dylan Ferguson here in this second period. He's given up 1, but he has been lights out the past few minutes. A couple of big-time saves as the puck is dropped in the Komet zone. It's going to get all the way out to the center line, and the puck is now going to be steered into the Komet zone. Off the end wall, Galipeau is there. And now it's Chase Stewart up along the wall, sends it all the way down. This will be an icing on the Komets. Komets on the road tomorrow. Cincinnati will be the location, and it's over to Wheeling for an afternoon game. 4 o'clock start in Wheeling. You can hear that game right here on Whoa Whoa. Face off to the right of Ferguson. And it comes up to the blue line. That'll split the defenseman, and Kalamazoo's got to get on sides. Connor Schmidt will send it all the way around the wall. Ferguson is there. He stops it. Backhands it over to Ferguson. Ferguson goes along the far side, or Stewart rather, goes along the far side. Not out. No, it is offside. And Kalamazoo, they got to tag up Galipeau. He's got the puck. And onto the far boards. Komets with it. Galipeau coming across on the right side. Galipeau going into the corner, looking for someone to give it to on the point. Galipeau now, he'll take a shot and a save. And it goes into the corner. Going to be popped upstairs to the blue line, bouncing puck. Galipeau will flatten it out, and he sends it backwards to Stewart. Stewart off the wall. And here, up along the near side, is Morrison. And Morrison will get it into the Kalamazoo zone. Schmidt goes backwards with it, and now Schmidt will hit his own blue line. Comes along the near side, gets around Sean Szydlowski. It's going to be sent into the Komet zone. Phillips will wrap it around, and it goes into the corner. And now up along the near side, Gottlieb is there for the Komets. Gottlieb looking for the open man. And now off the skate of Capelli, but it falls right onto the stick of Marcus Phillips. Komets still can't get out of their own end, as Gottlieb now will finally get it out. And he goes along the far side. Capelli with it. He'll cross the line, met there by in front. Here's Ross. Can't get a shot off. Puts it out in front again. Here's a shot. Doesn't get through. Szydlowski with a chance. St-Amant and Brad Ross missing again tonight. And the Wings with the puck, coming all the way to the blue line and out. Gottlieb will get it out. And back into the Komet zone goes Phillips. Phillips ahead, off the wall. And now Kalamazoo, they're back in their own zone. Coming up along the near side, and this is the longest stretch we've been 5-on-5 here tonight. Back behind the nets, it'll be Baylis. Baylis up along the far side. Capelli, he grabs it for Kalamazoo. He will feather it into the Komet zone. Down it goes, and that'll be an icing as Gottlieb would have beaten Boston Lear there. And Shaw St-Amant and Brad Ross skating here tonight for the first time together. And boy, they have had 2 near misses. And as soon as those 2 guys get their timing together, they could be dangerous.
Yeah, and without a doubt, St-Amant has done 2 fabulous plays, very heads-up plays, rather than just taking the shot and not hitting a goal because it was just not a good angle and it would have been a bad shot. Took the puck out, made the plays over to Ross. Ross is going to be seeing those in his sleep tonight. And like I said, there's just a little bit into his skates and a little bit of a timing issue. But the more ice time that they get together, they'll start clicking.
There's Jason Binkley with a shot from the blue line off the face-off. Goes right in the glove of Kylie. Shots in the game, 18-16 in favor of the Komets. Komets have only been credited with 2 shots on goal here in this period, but they had to skate shorthanded for 4 out of the first 6 minutes of this second period. 3-2, Komets with the lead, and McKenzie on the faceoff. Puck goes along the far side. Diamond Tony will get it out, and now the Wings got something cooking. The Boston Lear coming across the line, snaps one off, and Ferguson makes the save.
Easy save for Fergie. Squared up to it, nice. Covered it up, no rebound. Nice and safe.
Ferguson gets a clean look at the puck. He's going to save those all game long. And he's done it here tonight. The only 2 goals Kalamazoo scored were in tight. And the faceoff will be to the left of Ferguson. McKenzie on the drop. Up along the near side. It's going to be grabbed by Vayu. He pulls it in. Goes towards Ferguson. Couldn't get a shot off. Rolled right to Ferguson. He's able to cover it up.
We'll try that one again.
Same spot as before. And McKenzie again will take the drop with Diamond Tony. McKenzie netting his first goal of the season here tonight. He'll take the drop. And he gets to Binkley. Binkley to Baylis on the right side. Will pop it in. Binkley going in after it. Goes into the corner. Brady Shaw down there as well. Now Baylis up along the far side, battling with Vayu. Comes to the blue line. Here's Bryson Martin winding up. That doesn't get through. That hit Fry. And the puck goes along the far side. Still in the Kalamazoo zone, going off the glass, and now Bryson Martin with a shot. It's blocked, and now back the other way. Here's Vayu trying to sneak in behind the D. He comes across the line on the near side, had a man cut to the net. He puts it on, but it's now picked off by Morrison. He'll get it to Shaw. Shaw along the far side, and offside will be the call. Morrison just a step over the line as he gave it over to Brady Shaw. So that'll stop things. 7:54 to go here, second period.
Morrison had a head of steam.
Yeah, he kind of pulled Shaw offside himself.
Well, Shaw was getting ready to switch up, and all of a sudden he had the puck coming at him, and he wasn't going nearly as fast as Morrison was.
Łyszczarczyk will take the face off, and the puck going into the Kalamazoo zone. Ben Wilson with it. Lead pass on the far side, looking for Blaney. That goes all the way in. No icing on it, and it comes into the corner. Blaney in after it. Up along the near side. And now jammed down low. Komets have got it. Galipeau lost it to Blaney. Blaney now trying to wrap it around, being pursued by Łyszczarczyk. Nothing there. He drops it off to Wilson. Wilson now will cut to the net, but look at there's Kyle Haas. Haas cut him off. It goes underneath below the goal line. Now it is Sadoway. Left side shot. Snatching it out of the air is Dylan Ferguson. And maybe we have found Sadoway's kryptonite. It's Dylan Ferguson.
Yeah, we'll take your Dylan and we'll bring our Dylan. Nice glove save. I'll tell you, Kalamazoo worked the puck. They were cycling. They were clogging up the front of the net, really trying to block Ferguson's vision. And he was able to clear them away and square up to it. But I'll tell you, that was a quick glove to catch that puck. That was beautiful.
Thanks off to the left to Ferguson. And it's Gottlieb. Up along the near wall. Not out. On the near side. Kovacs. He'll send it wide. That'll be tipped. That'll find the safety screen. Well, Dylan Sadoway, 11 goals this season in 9 games, and 5 of them have come against the Komets, all on the power play. And we haven't said his name a whole heck of a lot here tonight, so that means the Komets D maybe have got this guy figured out a little bit.
Yeah, he's got an 8-game scoring streak going right now, best in the ECHL, and we're hoping that ends tonight.
There's Capelli on the near side. Lost the handle on it. Brad Ross gets it. Ross on the left side. Gets it to Gottlieb. Gottlieb across. Shot. Whistles it wide. Far side Szydlowski tries to jam it right back in. It's blocked. And now back into the Komet zone. Komets, they cough it up, and look at Ferguson. He is able to help out Marcus Phillips with a poke check. Goes into the corner. Here's Gottlieb along the far side. Now here is Sean Szydlowski. Phillips, his pass coming up along the near side. Brad Ross is there. Gives it a jab, and it's going to go into the Kalamazoo zone. Wings with the puck. Aaron Tho onto the far boards. Coming to the center line. Now they come across. Here's the shot. Missed it wide. And now into the corner for Vayu. Vayu up along the near side. His shot doesn't get through. Boston Lear on the puck. He's met there by Phillips. Now Vayu back on the puck. Taking a shot. Kicked. Saved by Ferguson. Kalamazoo still with it to the blue line. Schmidt, his shot is blocked by Baylis, and Baylis has it on the left side, feeds Brady Shaw. Shaw gets spun around, comes across the line. Now Shaw trying to get it on the goaltender. He gets it tangled up with Fry, goes underneath below the goal line. Komets with it to the blue line. It is Binkley. Binkley gets it around to Baylis. Baylis with it. Brady Shaw a little slow getting up. Puck comes up to the blue line. Here is Binkley looking for a shot. Nothing there. Lost it. Now the Komets got to get back on D. Bryson Martin gets back. Puck is going to roll into the corner. Vayu with it. Sets up Diamond Tony. Couldn't get a shot off. And now back the other direction. McKenzie on the left side. McKenzie will come across. Takes a shot. Whistles wide. Rims around. And here's Morrison with it. Morrison up along the wall. Morrison trying to get away from Fry. Lost the handle on it. Now sat away with it. But look at this. Morrison comes back. And he gets it over to Galipeau. Galipeau on the left wing. Sends it out to the center ice logo here at the Coliseum. And the puck onto the near side. 3-2, Komets with the lead. Puck going to come into the neutral zone. Now it's poked all the way into the Komet zone. It's going to go off the end wall. Jumps up in the air. Dylan Ferguson will snag it. That'll get us down to a timeout here in period number 2. Komets lead at 3-2. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies? It isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community. Part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Komets with the lead. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean here tonight. Shots are almost even up at 18-17. Komets got the lead in that category. And the face-off to the left of Dylan Ferguson in the Komet zone. Ferguson has come up huge here in the second period.
Shane, Brady Shaw took a long time getting off the ice. We'll see if he comes back.
And here is Galipeau with the steal. The Komets with the 3-on-2. Galipeau coming across the line. Shots and a save to Kylie. Galipeau picks up the rebound. Goes into the corner. And the puck comes along the near side. Now, Kyle Haas trying to jab at it. And it comes up top to the blue line and out. And here's Sadaway. Sadaway comes across the line. Near side, Van Voorst. Shot. Save made. And hanging on is Ferguson. And like you said right before the face-off there, Brady Shaw did make his way to the locker room. And we'll have to keep the dressing room and keep an eye, see if he does return to the bench.
Yeah, he was slow getting up and even slower getting off.
Face-off will go to the left to Ferguson in the Komet zone. St-Amant on the drop. St-Amant and Dauda. Comes into the corner. Komets take it off the glass, but not out. Icapelli on the near wall. Icapelli now taking a shot. That's deflected. It's going to go out of play. Well, Kalamazoo, they're definitely playing here in the second period. A team that has lost 3 straight. Only 1 goal scored in the period. It came to Kalamazoo. Komets still hanging on to the lead at 3-2. Face-off will go to the left to Ferguson. And we have got St-Amant again and Dauda. And the drop comes along the near side. Icapelli backhander, rims it around. And into the corner it goes. Kovacs is there, gets tied up with Phillips. St-Amant comes in to help him. Out the puck comes to Gottlieb. Gottlieb will go underneath, got it poked away by Icapelli. They come out in front of the net. They couldn't get it in, and now Szydlowski to Brad Ross. Ross will get in, coming in all over the goaltender. He shoots, and Kylie with a great save. Ross going into the corner, goes up along the far side, and St-Amant now reaching for it, goes along the far boards, and now it's going to be deflected out of play, and the Komets won a penalty on this, and the linesman and the referee, they're going to talk about it. As soon as the puck left the playing surface, immediately the entire bench was screaming penalty.
It looked like that puck was airborne, and the Kalamazoo player ended up giving a little help up and over the board, so that would be a nice power play opportunity for the Komets if he did.
Brady Shaw back on the ice. That's a good sight. But let's talk about Brad Ross here tonight. He got in behind the D. He had just an extra burst of speed, and he got in on the goaltender. And Brad Ross has had some near misses here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, between the two plays set up by St-Amant on that one, he's definitely not without his opportunities coming into this game.
Delay game is going to be the call.
Beautiful.
And the Wings need somebody in the penalty box. Fourth power play of the game. So we're still waiting to see who's going to serve this penalty. Is Kyle Blaney talking to our referee, Max Primo, tonight.
The Komets are being outshot in the period, which has kind of been a trend for them lately. And it's been helped out by being shorthanded a few times starting in the second period. So hopefully we can get a few shots and a goal.
Icapelli will be serving the penalty. Komets 1 of 3 on the power play tonight. And McKenzie on the faceoff to the blue line to Galipeau. Galipeau to Brady Shaw, top of the left circle. Goes down low to McKenzie, tries to put it on net. It's blocked. Now St-Amant with it. Wheels it around to Brady Shaw on the left side. Shaw drafts it into the corner and tied up down there. And now it'll go to Wilson. And Van Voris now will clear the zone. Ferguson will stop it behind the net. And he'll put it right on the tape of Galipeau. Brady Shaw on the left side. He'll gain his own line. And Shaw sends it backwards to Galipeau. Galipeau will come across the line, sends it over onto the far boards. Now in front of the net. Here's Baylis to McKenzie, top of the circle. Winds up, shot, blocked. And now into the corner. Back upstairs it comes to McKenzie. Now he plays it over to St-Amant up top. Now back to St-Amant on the right side. St-Amant looking for some space. Gets it to Galipeau. Takes a shot. Kind of the save. And it's going to be steered into the corner. St-Amant on the near side, up top to Galipeau. Komets still on a power play. Shaw now on the dot. Here's the shot. That's going to be blocked and up on the far boards. St-Amant trying to get to it. It goes back below the goal line. Just skips over McKenzie's stick, and that will give the Wings a chance to clear it. Van Voris will come across. Here's a shot, shorthanded. Save made by Ferguson. Van Voris will chase his own shot, and it goes underneath. It'll be Blaney. Blaney now shorthanded. He lost the puck. Now the Komets with 30 seconds to go on the power play. Brad Ross will come across the line. Brad Ross now centers it. Szydlowski had a man right in front. It was Morrison. Couldn't connect with him. Morrison will pick it up in the slot. Now to Szydlowski. Shot. Score! Sean Szydlowski keeps his hot streak going and extends the Komets lead to 4-2. A power play goal for Szydlowski. And the puck actually looked like it hit the goaltender's blocker and caught right underneath the crossbar.
Sean Szydlowski continuing his tear on the power play. He's number 4 in the ECHL right now. And that would be his 5th goal and his 11th point on the power play. What a tear.
It looked like it definitely hit part of the goaltender, Kylie. Sean Szydlowski, that is his spot, top of the dot. Rips one. It's going to go to Brad Ross.
Ah, he got the tip.
So correction. It went off of the back end of Brad Ross. Szydlowski will get the assist. And Ross, and we talked about Ross snake bitten here tonight. He'll get his first goal of the season. Now the Komets look out. Don't want to give this one back. Here's a save by Ferguson. Right side, another blast, and Ferguson is there. So Ferguson answering the bell as the Komets fall asleep a little bit after getting that power play goal from Brad Ross. But Dylan Ferguson coming up huge in this second period.
What a night for Brad Ross, having all those scoring opportunities that were just so close to be there. He finally gets his goal on a deflection off of his back, essentially. Gets into the net. Tough way to get a goal, but we'll take him any way that we can. And as you said, Ferguson on the other end immediately shutting the door.
Komets 4, Kalamazoo 2. Here with under 2 to go in the second period. Wings with the puck. And not for long. Here's Jason Binkley. He'll chop it all the way back into the Kalamazoo zone. Van Voorhis up along the far side. And now it'll be tipped into the Komet zone. Sent all the way around. Back after it. It is Bryson Martin. Komets with it. Here's Brady Shaw. Couldn't control it. Up top, Van Voorhis. Here's the shot. It's blocked. And into the corner again. Back below the goal line. And now up along the near side. Kalamazoo with it here. Boston Lear working it down low. We'll get it to Veilleux. Veilleux up along the far side. Veilleux will come up top. Veilleux gives the look up along the far board. Shot does not get through. Baylis is there for the Komets. Now it's coming up top of the blue line. Ben Wilson keeps it in. Cross rink. Here is a shot. Does not get through. Diamond Tony had a chance. And now Brady Shaw will pick it up. Shaw with 1 minute to go in the period. Sends it into the Kalamazoo zone. And now it's directed to the stick of Ben Wilson. Wilson quickly sends it all the way into the Komet zone, and now back to Ferguson. Ferguson over to Chase Stewart. Stewart's pass is deflected, and now Stewart has got to pick up the pieces along the far side, trying to go to Haas, and now Haas hustles. Haas will come across the line. It's a 2-on-1. Haas takes a shot, just missed it wide. Back on the near side. He had Morrison with him, and the puck goes into the neutral zone. Sent all the way in, and now back up along the near side wall. Connor Schmidt will bank it off the glass. And now it will be Fry for Kalamazoo. On the far side is going to chuck it into the Komet end, and here's Galipeau on the far boards, and we get a whistle. 16.9 seconds to go here in the second period, and Kyle Haas, another guy looking for his first goal of the season, missed it ever so close, but he had a very weird obstacle. He came down there, he had a man with him on the left side. It was Morrison, where the defenseman lost his stick in between Haas's legs, and he was trying to negotiate the stick and the puck at the same time.
Yeah, and that stick was going with him. It was bouncing as it was going between his legs, and he had all he could do just to maintain control of the puck without, an opportunity to get it to Morrison.
But he still was able to get a shot off. Yep. The puck goes along the far side here with just 9 seconds to go in the Komet zone. Wings with it, poked away by Ferguson. And now Gottlieb down there with 1 second to play, and there's the horn. So the Komets had to kill off 2 power plays to start the period. That got Kalamazoo within striking distance. And then the Komets show how good they are on the power play. They get another one. Brad Ross makes it a 4-2 game. But it's happened throughout the season. The Komets get a big goal, and then right after that face-off, they fall asleep. And that again happened here tonight. But the difference was Dylan Ferguson was huge in that second period.
Yeah, Dylan stood on his head. Not only, as you said, killing off the power plays that they had, but falling asleep again, after the goal, and then coming right back down. What a phenomenal glove save he had to make, and he's been standing tall, and he's been the difference in what we've seen out of the Komets this season. The play between the pipes right now with Dylan Ferguson has been elevating our penalty kill much better than we've seen all season long.
We are going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show with the Komets up 4-2. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Fort Wayne's got big trash problems. Only one way to solve them. Curbside Container has a plan. If you got trash to haul, just give Curbside a call. From the biggest dump truck to an itty-bitty can. Just call up Curbside Container. Ain't no need to call your mayor. Curbside Container will be there.
When When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Napa know-how. Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
And the Komets have a penalty shot in overtime to win it. Come on, come on.
Hey, Dad, do you know where my goggles are?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll help you find it right after this. Wait, why are you soaking wet?
Oh, I was just swimming in the basement.
You were what? Oh, great. Watering your basement? Don't know what to do next? Tell your insurance agent you want to work with Hayes & Sons. Because at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Visit HayesandSons.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We're in the middle of the second intermission, which means it is time for our guest statistician of the game. Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live right here on WOWO. And tonight, who do I have with me tonight?
Hi, I am Riley Rorman Hythen Edsel.
All right, Riley. Now, you've been up here in the press box tonight. Have you been having a good time?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to know you a little bit. How old are you? Where do you go to school? What grade are you in?
I am in 3rd grade, and I go to Busco Green Community, and I am 8 years old.
I know I threw a lot of questions at you. Good job answering all 3. All right, buddy. Okay, now the whole idea to this is that you are going to tell us who scored the goals here tonight. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
One is from AJ Jenks, and the other one is from 81, and
Brad Ross.
Brad Ross.
There you go.
And
so who scored the other one for us? Can you say Sean Szydlowski?
Sean Szydlowski scored.
and there you go. Go ahead.
Man, I forget.
Okay. Sean St-Amant. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a French one. All right.
The assistant was Sean Szydlowski and number 10, and there was 5 assistants.
5 assists. Okay, now we got one last stat we got to tell me. Can you tell me the shots on goal tonight?
For right now, the Komets have 23, and the Kalamazoo has
22.
22.
There you go. Okay, Riley, you did a fantastic job. Did you have a good time here tonight?
Yes.
Yeah? You got your Komet jersey on. Do you have any favorite Komets?
AJ Jenks, Szydlowski, and I think that's the only ones
Those
I can remember.
two? Okay. Well, you got AJ's autograph right there on your jersey, so he'll be happy that he's got a number 1 fan now. Okay, Riley, thanks a lot for joining me here tonight. We are going to take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
When 2 leaders in cancer work as a team, they're better together. announcing the affiliation of the Parkview Cancer Institute with MD Anderson Cancer Network, a program of MD Anderson Cancer Center, the leading cancer center in the nation. Together, we're offering you the benefits of Parkview's revolutionary subspecialized care model, combined with the expertise of a national leader, all in one location. It's a collaboration that's bringing a higher level of cancer care to our region. Here at the Parkview Cancer Institute, patients have access to clinical trials, as well as surgical options not offered anywhere else in the region. And when you need a second opinion, Parkview is always here to help. Subspecialized physicians, access to clinical trials, unique surgical options, and now an affiliation with MD Anderson Cancer Network. That's better cancer care. Parkview, we believe in better.
Diamo Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Diamo provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Diamo Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where the Komets lead this one by a score of 4-2 over the Kalamazoo Wings. The Komets have got 2 road games this weekend. It's another 3 games in 3 nights. We will be in Cincinnati tomorrow for a 7:35 face-off with the Cyclones. Then it is a 4:05 start in Wheeling, West Virginia. On Sunday, you can hear all that action right here on WoWo. Komet fans, rush into one of Mattress Warehouse's 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or at mattresswarehousefw.com. Mattress Warehouse, sleep on it tonight. Komets have got a lot of home action coming up in the month of November, so get your tickets to all the Komet home action, and it is highlighted by Report Card Night. It is coming up Saturday, November 23rd against the Wheeling Nailers. Any child with an A or an equivalent grade will receive a free ticket to the game. So kids, don't miss out on Report Card Night. It is coming up on Saturday, November 23rd. We will take a break. We're in the middle of the second intermission. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
We are back live at the Coliseum, and it has been a good one here tonight. Komets and Kalamazoo in another big Central Division game here early on in this season, as the Komets playing every game in the month of November with the exception of one, and that one already took place on November 1st against the Florida Everblades. So this is a big moment for this club here early on in this season. The Komets also in the month of February will play every game within the division. Well, let's take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard tonight in the ECHL. Meyer, we get their awards without the work. We've got some games going final. First one that went final is up in St. John's, Newfoundland tonight. The Growlers defeat the Toledo Walleye by a score of 4-3. Jacksonville, they beat up on the Atlanta Gladiators tonight. 7-3 is the final score in that one. Both teams are struggling to get above 500. The Reading Royals 4-1 over the Adirondack Adirondack Thunder. That game has gone final. The South Carolina Stingrays, they have defeated the Indy Fuel tonight 4-3 down in South Carolina tonight. So the Central Division having a rough night, and it is going to get even worse because the Wheeling Nailers, who went outside of the division tonight, they lost tonight at home against Utah. 2-1 is the final there. The Maine Mariners double up the Brampton Beast 6-3 in Portland, Maine tonight. And then Greenville, they hammer Norfolk tonight. 8-1 is the final score. Other games still going on in Wichita. The Idaho Steelheads, they're up 3-1 on the Thunder. 15-22 to go in the third. And then down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's the Rapid City Rush 4 and the Tulsa Oilers 2. And that is a look at the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard. The Meijer app will learn all about you and your shopping preferences the more you use it. Enter your MPerks ID every time you check out. We will take another break. We're in the middle of the second intermission. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Don't get stuck in the penalty box next season and upgrade to a Real ID. As of October 1, 2020, a Real ID compliant driver's license or state identification card is required to board commercial flights within the United States, visit military bases, and entering certain federal facilities. To view a complete list of required documentation needed to upgrade to a Real ID, visit realid.in.gov.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. 4-2 is the score. Comets with the lead, and heading into the third period this season, the Comets are a perfect 5-0. So that's some good news, but the Comets got to stay out of the penalty box. The Comets have given Kalamazoo 4 power plays here tonight, but the good thing is the Comets have been able to kill all of them off. The Comets are 2 of 4 on the power play as they came into tonight's game. The number 1 ranked power play unit in the league, tied with the Toledo Walleye. I have to look and see if Toledo got any power play goals in their loss against Newfoundland tonight. Well, we do have some scoring changes as we head into the third period. We were bragging about Brent McKenzie. He was having a rough time getting some goals scored. We thought he had one tonight, but now that has been taken off the game sheet. It has now been handed to St-Amant, his 5th of the season. We also thought Szydlowski had a goal here tonight, but it was Brad Ross who got his first one of the season in his 4th game played. So Ross's goal finished out the scoring in the second period. It came at 17:44, his first of the season. Szydlowski, he does have 2 assists here tonight, so he keeps up his hot streak. He is the reigning ECHL Player of the Week. He finished last week with 3 goals and 5 assists, and he is starting off this weekend with 2 assists. Comets do get 2 power play goals here tonight. St-Amant and Ross's were credited to the power play. AJ Jenks, he got his 8th of the season, just 33 seconds into this contest. And Olivier Galipeau also got his 3rd of the season at 15:09. Brady Shaw and Brent McKenzie helped him out on that one. Goaltending, Comets, Dylan Ferguson, seeing only his 3rd start of the season. He was great in that second period. He has seen 22 shots, and he's made 20 saves here tonight as the Comets out shooting Kalamazoo right now 23-12. 22. And again, the power play is going to be paramount as we enter that third period. The Komets seemed a little gassed there in the middle portion of that second period because they had been skating shorthanded for so long, but everything turned out okay as the Komets penalty killers did their job. And the penalty killers have just had some bad luck here in the early part of this season. They're ranked 24th out of 26 teams, but blanking Kalamazoo 4 chances, that is certainly going to help that percentage here tonight. And the Komets power play unit continues to impress. 2 more power play goals here tonight to give the Komets 19 on the season. So the Komets and Kalamazoo, they have got 20 more minutes yet to play here tonight. The Komets are looking to sweep the Wings. 3 straight games against Kalamazoo. The Komets got 2 wins up north last week in Michigan, looking to close out the deal here tonight, but we still have 20 hard-fought minutes ahead of us. 4-2 is our score. The Komets with the lead, and we're going to the third period. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Chris is presenting her finance report.
Profitability versus Q3.
But all you can think about are the new baked goods with rich and creamy Nutella. Now at Tim Hortons, like a freshly baked chocolate hazelnut donut topped with Nutella, or mini pancakes filled with Nutella. Wow. And then Chris asks you a question.
Karen, what do you think?
Nutella.
Oh, Karen. Try delicious baked goods with rich, creamy Nutella for a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new players to the team this year. Introducing the all-new Jeep Gladiator and Ram 1500. Also now in the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Cherokee. It's capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. With almost 800 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. We also have an awesome lineup of our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Komet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the O'Daniel difference when buying your next car, truck, or SUV. O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
4-2 Komets with the lead, and we'll have to keep an eye out for A.J. Jenks. He scored a goal in the first period to start the scoring, but did not play very much in that second period, so doesn't appear to be on the bench right now, so hopefully nothing serious there. Maybe it's just a precaution. But the Komets with some call-ups here. Komets cannot lose any more bodies, as Mason Berg was recalled to Ontario of the AHL earlier in the week. Here's the puck drop from center ice. McKenzie will get it up along the near side, and it's going to go to Binkley. Start things off 5-on-5 here in the third period as puck enters the Kalamazoo zone. Diamond Tony steers it up along the near side. Going to come to the blue line and out. Galipeau back in his zone. Zone moves it forward. And now across the line, here's Brady Shaw. Shaw on the right side takes a shot. Kylie the save. A sneaky shot there by Shaw. Got it up on the chest. And now it will be Veyu with it for Kalamazoo. Cross ring pass. Komets interrupt it. And it goes along the far side. Near the Komet bench. Steered over. Boston Lear will get it to Van Voris. Van Voris will come across the line. He'll take a shot. Missed it wide. Back on the near boards. Into the corner. Diamond Tony tries to center it. Lear there again. Can't get a shot off. And now it'll belong to Galipeau. Galipeau's pass intercepted. And it's Diamond Tony along the far side. Him and Brad Ross, they converge. Puck is going to squirt loose to Jason Binkley. Binkley cross ring pass can be popped off the wall. And now all the way down it goes. Wings with the puck. Going to come off the wall. And Sadaway will get it in. The Komets now. And they have got it. Phillips onto the far side looking for Brad Ross. Pass goes behind him. And now back to center ice. Wings with it. Tho on the far boards. Tho will angle it in. It's going to go all the way into the near side corner. Sadoway is there for Kalamazoo. Now back to Gottlieb for the Komets. He'll lead the charge. Pass comes forward, and it's Morrison coming across the line. Got a poke to side. Morrison gets back, and he hangs onto it. Morrison on the far side. Gets through one defender, gets into the corner. There's St-Amant up along the far boards. Now comes up. Here is Haas. Couldn't pull the trigger, and it was Sadoway taking it away, and now he'll toss it in on Ferguson. Ferguson will stick it aside. It goes to Gottlieb. Cross-ring pass to Haas. And Haas on the right side. He'll muscle it in. It goes off the wall and into the corner. Below the goal line. Connor Schmidt wheels it around on the far side. Now the Komets come back with it. They put it right out in front of the net, but it's taken away. Capelli bounces it off the wall. Now back into the Komet zone. Stewart, cross-ring pass on the far boards. It's played ahead, bouncing puck into the Kalamazoo zone. Here's a shot by Łyszczarczyk, and a save made. Back on the far side, going to come off the glass. Bouncing puck into the Komet zone, and it's Galipeau with it. Galipeau on the far boards. Komets take it away, pushed into the Kalamazoo zone here on the near side corner. And now upstairs it comes. Capelli gives it a jab, not out. Komets with it. Shaw, shot, save made, going into the corner, and now it's going to grab the safety screen and out of play.
Komets are definitely playing a strong third period, something in the past has been the forte for Kalamazoo. So the fact that they're getting a lot of zone play is speaking well for them. They can't score if we're on the offense.
Right. And the Komets this season only 9 third-period goals, giving up 11 third-period goals this season. As our referee Max Primo goes over and discusses something with head coach Ben Boudreau. Face-off will be in the Kalamazoo zone, and it will be to the right of Jake Kiley, the goaltender for Kalamazoo here this evening. He has seen 26 shots, saved 22 of them. And the face-off will be to his right as the referee talking to Yannick Veilleux. Now he got everything situated. And we're set to drop the puck. McKenzie digs in, goes into the corner. And now up along the far side, McKenzie trying to keep it in, cannot. And it's going to go all the way down. Here's Binkley. They'll move it forward. Brady Shaw onto the far side. Binkley in his own end, sips it forward off the stick of McKenzie, and now it goes into the Kalamazoo zone. Off the wall, Veilleux going the wrong direction. Ben Wilson has got it behind his goaltender. Ben Wilson, the captain of this Kalamazoo team, will send it over to Veilleux on the right side. And he backhands it into the Komet zone. Off the wall. And Baylis has got it. Got Veilleux on him. He goes all the way back into his own zone, pops it off the glass, bouncing puck into the Kalamazoo zone, and down it goes. 4-2 Komets here in the third. Puck sent around the near side. Sandler, backhander. Here's Brady Shaw. Going to toss it right back in on Kiley. And it goes along the far side to Ben Wilson. Wilson, lead man Sadoway. 2-on-1. Sadoway coming across. Sadoway shot. What a save by Ferguson. Shutting the door. Wow, Ferguson robbing Dylan Sadoway, the hottest player in the ECHL. Now back comes Sandler on the left side. Coming back to Sadoway. Now back to Sandler. Shot, save made. Low scramble in front. And Ferguson gives it a poke. Goes along the far side. Sandler digging up along, or Blaney rather, digs up along the wall. The Komets are still managing to get it out. St-Amant dumped on the play, and the puck is going to enter the Komet zone here on the left wing. Phillips goes behind Ferguson. And Phillips up along the far side. Pass comes ahead. Here's St-Amant coming across the line. St-Amant, he's taken off the puck, and we are going to have a penalty called. It is going to be on Kalamazoo. And now Haas goes into the corner. And we've got extras going on. Penalty will go on Kalamazoo. So while we're untangling, let's talk about that save by Dylan Ferguson. A 2-on-1, and Sadoway, who's got the goal streak going, it may have just been snapped with that shot. That save.
Sadoway could not have played the give and go any better than that. That was absolutely textbook perfect. And Ferguson, how he came across and made that save is beyond me. It was phenomenal.
Ferguson with the save of the game there. And now the Komets go back on the power play.
2 minutes cross-checking. Time the penalty, 4 minutes, 32 seconds. Kalamazoo's
cross-checking is the call on Tho. And the Komets go back on the power play. 5th power play of the night for the Komets, 2 of 4. And Łyszczarczyk will take the face-off. Again, the Komets playing without A.J. Jenks, who played sparingly in that second period. Haven't seen him since. Puck coming to the blue line. Here's Gottlieb. And here's a shot. Kylie the save off the stick of Morrison. So it's a little different dynamic without Jenks taking the face-offs out there, but Brett McKenzie, who has taken the majority of the draws, has done a nice job here tonight. Now it's Alan Łyszczarczyk to set it up for this power play line.
Yeah, you can tell they've been working on this because previous face-off, Łyszczarczyk had it when the puck was in his feet, and Morrison was quick over to take control of it.
Now Łyszczarczyk on the right side here in the Kalamazoo zone. Gives it a look up top of the blue line. Trying to spread out the defense here as it goes into the corner. A bad pass will go all the way down to Ferguson. Ferguson will stop the puck, and now he'll whip it all the way around. Diamond Tony is there, the only man over. Ferguson had to hustle back. Now the Komets get over along the far side. They drop up along the wall, and it's Łyszczarczyk. He's got it. Łyszczarczyk negotiates through the neutral zone, comes across the line, cross-ring pass, nobody there, and it's an easy clear for Kalamazoo. 1:10 to go on the power play. Komets lead at 4-2. And coming down the middle of the ice, it's Galipeau, or St-Amant rather, now coming across the line. Komets with it in front of the nets. It is Baylis. Nothing there. Gets it to Shaw up along the wall. Now to the blue line. Galipeau to Shaw. Top of left circle. Cross ring to McKenzie. McKenzie up top to Galipeau. Angling to his left. Here's a shot. Does not get through. And McKenzie is able to keep it in. Far side to Shaw. Now St-Amant up top of the blue line. Galipeau moving it over. Shaw snaps one off. Save made. Rebound just out of the reach of McKenzie. McKenzie up along the wall with 26 seconds to go on the man advantage. Galipeau far side to Shaw. Shaw in the corner. Now St-Amant off the wall, back up top to the blue line. Galipeau. McKenzie on the right side. Puts it in the skates, and it goes wide of the net. And Brady Shaw to Galipeau again on the blue line. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Here's a shot. Kylie the save. Goes into the corner. St-Amant up top of the blue line. Now Galipeau with a one-timer, and he shanked it. Goes into the corner. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Galipeau with a wrister, and it got in. And it'll be a save. It's a Kylie off the blocker. And now the Komets go back to the neutral zone. Skating 5-on-5 here. And St-Amant now will bring it forward. He lost it. Now it's going to go down to Ferguson. He'll glove it out of the air, and he'll get a whistle. So a good-looking power play there by the Komets. They had some great puck movement. Got a couple shots on, but nothing on the scoreboard. We're going to a timeout. 4-2 Komets. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Komet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous Bloomin' Onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the Village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9130. 735.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
It looked like Kyle Haas got clipped by a high stick. No penalty. So we'll continue to stay 5-on-5, which haven't had a whole lot here tonight. Haas is okay. He'll go to the bench. Now the referee now talking over. The gate is open for the Kalamazoo penalty box. Let's see if anybody goes in. But right now, it looks like we will stay 5-on-5. It's Max Primo, our referee tonight, going over and talking to Ben Boudreau. Komets have had 5 power plays tonight, 2 of 5.
Yeah, this is amazing that there's not a penalty on that. I mean, clearly the stick came up, caught him in the face, put him down. You know, if you got an embellishment call on a pirouette from, St-Amant in the first period.
So the linesman and the referee are talking, and this is, again, a good sign. It's always nice to see when there is anything questionable that the officials do come together and have a discussion. And we had that early in the game when we actually had video replay when originally the Jenks goal was waved off, and then they went under the hood, as it will, and checked it out. So the door will close, so we'll skate 5-on-5. 12:48 to go here in the third period. It's 4-2 Komets. Komets now 30 shots on goal. Kalamazoo with 25. Diamond Tony will take the face-off. And his opponent will be Łyszczarczyk. Now Haas, who is on the ice now, he is going to go all the way back to the bench.
Right, because he was the reason for the stoppage of the play.
So he cannot go back out there. Puck will drop just outside of the Kalamazoo line. And Van Voorhis over to Wilson. Returns it to Van Voorhis. And the lead pass comes to Lear. Coming across Vayu on the right side. Vayu dropped it off. Morrison is there for the Komets. To the blue line, but not out. And it's held in by Wilson. Wilson's backhander is going to find the stick of Brad Ross. Ross goes behind the net. Wheels it up along the wall into the corner. Here's Vayu with it. Vayu lost the handle on it. The Komets dig it out. Near side. Racing up along that near side is Łyszczarczyk, and it goes into the corner. Łyszczarczyk is there. Had a chance to center it, but it hit Ben Wilson's stick. And now Van Voorhis will get it out. Boston Lear with it. Played up along the near side. Vayu now going to cut to the net. Goes hard, and he goes into the net, dislodging it. And that will cause a stoppage of play.
Now that's a legitimate dislodging of the net.
And Vayu's a big boy, 6'2", 205. And Dylan Ferguson very right to get out of the way of that big boy barreling down on him. And the face-off will be in the Komet zone. 12:04 to go here in the third. Komets taking on the road tomorrow and Sunday. We'll be in Cincinnati, 7:35 face-off. And then we will be in Wheeling, first trip to West Banco Arena this year, 4:05 face-off and Wheeling on Sunday. Here, you can hear both those games right here on WOWO. Face-off, let's see where we're going to put it. To the left of Ferguson. It looks like it'll be St-Amant. No, we're going to go outside of the line. Well, that's good news.
Yeah, we'll take that.
And St-Amant will take the face-off. And back into the neutral zone. It plays Tho for Kalamazoo. On the left wing into the Komet zone. Here is Galipeau. Galipeau on the near side, trying to skate through a check. Is able to get the puck off the wall to Szydlowski. And now batted up along the far side. Blaney will get it into the Komet zone. Stopped by Ferguson. Ferguson in the corner. Pass going to go off the stick of St-Amant, and now the Wings have it in their own zone. Hope along the near side. Big pass forward to Sadaway. Offside. Sadaway cheating there. Right there at the blue line, got a good 2 feet off, and he was looking at the linesman like, what did I do?
Yeah, I was wondering how he got so free coming in, right in on a goaltender. You know we're giving him extra special attention.
And let's see if this face-off, it's going to go all the way to the Kalamazoo blue line. McKenzie will take the face-off, darts out of the dots, and it goes up along the near side. It will be Fry getting it into the Komet zone, but here's Jason Binkley gloving it down. And it goes back below the goal line for Bryson Martin. Martin looking for some space. Martin will go up along the far side, and now all the way down into the Kalamazoo zone. We got a race for it, and McKenzie gets there, so no icing. He centers it, and it was Shaw breaking down the middle of the ice. Couldn't connect on the far side. 4-2 Komets. They've got the lead. Binkley into the Kalamazoo zone. We go up along the far side. And it's Kovacs. He'll hit the open man, Icapelli. Icapelli on the right side. Gets past Morrison. Icapelli over. Here's a shot and a save made by Ferguson. Dowda was there. And now into the corner. Łyszczarczyk digs it out. We go to Jason Binkley up along the far side. Binkley will grab the blue line. He'll float it forward. Puck is going to dance all the way into the Kalamazoo zone where Wilson will pick it up. Wilson on the left side. And now it will be Boston Lear into the Komet zone. Can't get past Marcus Phillips. And the Komets back the other way. Backhander back into the Kalamazoo zone. Gloved out of the air. And it will be played up along the far boards. Kalamazoo with the puck in their own zone. It's Wilson. Wilson on the left-hand side will come across, and it's Vayu eyeing a shot. He'll take it, but it's blocked by Gottlieb. Gottlieb in the corner. And it is Morrison up along the wall to the blue line. Here's a blast. It's going to go high above Dylan Ferguson. Ferguson lost his stick. Now he's able to retrieve the lumber as the puck goes along the far side and cleared down into the Kalamazoo zone with 9:46 to go here in the third period. Komets are leading this one by 2. Puck comes into the Komet zone, back below the goal line. It's Ferguson and into the corner. Here's Binkley. Binkley up along the wall. Sends it around. Haas on the puck. Now Vayu with it, puts it out in front. Komets are there to defend it. Now the Komets got something cooking. Here's Brad Ross, goes wide. He'll come across the line, but Haas goes over the line first, so Brad Ross pulls it all the way back into the Komet zone. Into the corner. Now Brad Ross is hauled off the play. That is going to be an easy penalty. And Kalamazoo will go back to the box. Ross was hauled down from behind, two-handed. And a power play coming up for the Komets.
That was a really dumb play by Kalamazoo. You're down by 2 goals. The Komets are playing very conservative. They're trying not to give away, an odd man break, things like that. And here you go with no offense happening for you, chasing down a player in his own zone and pulling him down from behind. We'll take it. We'll put the number 2 power play in the league back on the power play. And this is a great way for us to get that 3rd goal lead.
And it's Tho going to the box for a holding. 6th power play of the game for the Komets. And Coach Ben Boudreau looks like he's going to spend his time out. 4-2 is the game. Komets with the lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Komets 4, Kalamazoo 2. Komets going back on the power play with 9:11 to go here in the third in front of 8,289 here at the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean here tonight. It has been another interesting one between the Komets and Kalamazoo. Puck comes up to the blue line as the Komets work on the power play. St-Amant takes a shot. Score! Now this one might go to McKenzie. He was right in front, and I think he tapped it home. And it's 5-2 Komets. And the best power player in the league keeps on scoring not even 10 seconds into that power play. And this one will go to Brett McKenzie.
You got to give the assist to Coach Boudreau on that one. Well timed with taking that timeout. He drew it up. They executed it exactly the way he drew it up, and now get the third goal in the third period. Have a 3-goal lead.
That is a big-time goal, and it's a big cushion for the Komets.
They touch it.
And let's see the replay, whether we can see if McKenzie touched it or not. He had one taken off the score sheet earlier on in the game.
I think that was his.
It's a power play goal, his first of the season, scored by number 14, Brett McKenzie.
Now the Komets looking for some more here. Here's a centering pass. And now Kalamazoo will enter the zone left side. Dowda winds up, and a shot made by Ferguson below the goal line. And it is Stewart on the far side to Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk hits the open man coming across. It's Morrison, one man to beat. Morrison coming in, score! 6-2 Komets.
Morrison turning on the Jets over the blue line, comes in off of the right circle and backhands it over his shoulder. Beautiful goal.
Second of the season for Morrison. And like you said, Fred, Morrison had that extra gear. He had one man to beat. He saw the D-man bearing down on him, switched to the backhand. He's able to get it just above the pad and below the glove. Komets up 6-2 now. 8:35 to go in the third. And the Komets have opened it up. Out to center ice we go. And the puck is dropped. Komets with it. Gottlieb will enter the zone. Up along the far side, it goes into the corner. Sent all the way around up along the near boards. Chopped at, and now back into the Komet zone. It is McKenzie. McKenzie has got it, being chased by Sadoway, goes along the far side. Now here's Haas. Haas on the near side, punks it into the corner. Simon Tony, first one down there for Kalamazoo, gets it to Tho. Now Tho will take it off the wall. Komets bad at it, goes back into the Kalamazoo zone, sent up along the near side wall. And Tho with it. Tho will come across the line, gives it a look. Oh, toss it in. Here's Sadoway along the far side. He tries to center it. Komets are there nicely on defense. Jason Pinkley. And now it will be Brady Shaw zipping it all the way around the wall. And this will be an icing call, and we will take a break. Komets lead at 6-2. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hi, welcome to the Subway ad for 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. How would you like it?
From a train conductor.
Well, then let's roll.
Tickets. The Subway 6-inch Express departs daily, making stops at destinations like the Black Forest Ham Cold Cut Combo or the Spicy Italian. Pick from 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. Sit back and enjoy. Subway, make it what you want. All aboard!
Limited time only at participating restaurants. Prices may vary. Additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Komets lead this one 6-2. 7:29 to go here in the third period. And now the Komets trying to keep their cool here as Kalamazoo losing a little bit of theirs. Komets have yet to skate shorthanded here in the third period, and let's keep it that way. Face off to the left to Ferguson. Tied up on the dot, gets loose to Vayu. Vayu goes behind the line, absorbs a check. St-Amant, he picks his pocket. Now he's trying to go over to Galipeau. Up along the far side here in the Komet zone, and it's going to go out. Wilson with it. Wilson lost it. St-Amant will get it. Komets coming across left side. Here is a shot. It goes wide. And now back on the near side. Stewart with another big hit on the near side. He's been throwing the body around all night long. Diamond Tony, he'll come across, but nothing there as the Komets will send it back into the Kalamazoo zone. 6-2 Komets here in the third. Wings with the puck in their own zone. Here's Ben Wilson. Moves it forward up along the near side. And now it will be Dowda coming across. Dowda on the left side. Here's a shot. That will grab a stick, and it's going to get out of play. Komets 3 power play goals here tonight. Komets had 8 power play goals last weekend. in the 2 games against Kalamazoo, and we got 3 here tonight.
Well, you know, Shane, their power play has been phenomenal. Their shorthanded has not so much. The best way to eliminate that is to not go into the box, which they've done here in the 3rd, which historically has been one of their weaker periods over the season. So I can't help but believe that all of this is being fostered by the goaltender we're seeing out of Ferguson. Their shorthanded penalty kill situation right now has to be rising in the league because they're 0 for 4 tonight. Kalamazoo is against the Komets, and Ferguson's play has just shut the door on that, and that's enabled us to have more offensive power.
And going back to that big save he made on Saturday on a 2-on-1, and that really would have changed the complexion of this game and propelled the Komets to put another couple up on the scoreboard here in the 3rd.
Absolutely a turning point.
We go behind Ferguson here in the Komet zone. Kovacs and McKenzie. Puck goes along the far side. Capelli angles it into the corner. Now up along the wall. Tries to send it towards the net. Here's a shot. Oh, they had a man out in front. We got a penalty call. It's going to be on the Komets. And just as we were saying, stay out of the box. Here's a shot. Ferguson the save, and Phillips grabs it. Whistle will blow. And the Komets are going to go to the box for the first time here in the 3rd period. And that will get us down to a timeout, says Ross. Still making his case with the official. Boarding, I think, will be the call. So we will take a break. Komets lead at 6-2. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn is always open to the public. You're enjoying a hockey game right now, but that doesn't mean you can't dream about golf. Warm days on a beautifully manicured course sounds good, right? Bridgewater Golf Club is an 18-hole par 72 course with tees for every skill level. Also, you can enjoy the Bridgewater full-service restaurant that's open year-round. Visit bridgewatergc.com to see everything Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the game. Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Komets skating a man down here for the 5th time this evening, but they have shut out Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo 0 for 4 tonight on the power play, and this one starts off pretty good. The Komets send it down to Kiley. Kiley will come out of the nets, and he lost to St-Amant up along the far side. Good hustle, but Fry will take it away from him as Kalamazoo working on the power play. They come across the line on the near side into the corner. Komets are with it, and here's Galipeau. Galipeau finds a gap, and he'll get into the Kalamazoo zone. Going into the corner, it will be Fry. Goes back behind his goaltender. Fry gives it a look, and they'll come across the line with it. Kalamazoo on the power play. Blaney will get it up top to Fry. Mishandled it. Going to stay in momentarily, but the Komets are there, and now it's going to sneak across. Binkley got it across the line, but Fry now will get it back across the line. Left side, Blaney sends it backwards. Here's Baylis. Oh, wide open. We have got a breakaway. Coming in, McKenzie. All alone. Shoot, score! Short-handed goal, Brett McKenzie. 7-2 Komets. Brett McKenzie came into tonight with 0 goals. He's got 2 now. And add a shorty to that list. 7-2 Komets. Wow. And McKenzie had one taken off the score sheet tonight. Possible hat trick, but he'll take the 2 here. And it is shorthanded breakaway. Nobody around him for 50 feet. And McKenzie gets another one on the board. 7-2. And the Komets have tied their highest offensive output of the season. Up along the near side, it's McKenzie again, as it will be Kalamazoo still working with the power play. Up along the far side, Diamond Tony lost the handle on it. Now it goes to Lear. Up top it comes, and Tho misplays it. And back into the Kalamazoo zone. Tho goes all the way back. Ahead they come. Kovacs will come across the line. Now Vayu on the left side takes a shot. Ferguson the save. Rebound is underneath Binkley. And now Ferguson diving out, and he is able to smother it. Great eyes there by Ferguson. Was able to find it through all those bodies right in front of him.
Okay, so I jinxed them with having a power play, right?
That's right.
And they bailed me out with a shorthanded goal.
That's right.
And I love it. And McKenzie, first he has one taken away, then he gets a nice goal to finally get off the schneid and a beautiful breakaway to get an unassisted score. Beautiful.
So the Wings with the puck here. Here's a blast, and it goes off the blocker of Ferguson. Going on to the near side, Capelli swipes it around with 5 seconds to go on the power play. Down low, chopped at, up along the near side. Komets reaching for it, and we're back to 5-on-5. Puck comes all the way into the Kalamazoo zone. Wilson on the near side. And now Capelli will grab it. Goes all the way behind to Kylie. Now Ben Wilson over to Van Voorst. 3:41 to go in the game. 7-2 Komets. Puck goes along the far side, and it's Brady Shaw. Shaw up along the far boards, and now it is going to be into the Komet bench. But now, Brady Shaw was just sucker punched, and he goes down. And now we have got some humanity going on right there in the Komet bench. Gottlieb is in there. Everybody down there. Łyszczarczyk. But Brady Shaw, he's had a rough night. This will be the second time he has been dropped and slow to get to his feet. And Shaw was falling backwards, and he took some leather right to the schnoz.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot. I mean, he wasn't even expecting it, let alone prepared for it. And
Brady Shaw wants to go.
Yeah,
Brady Shaw's had it. He's dropped the gloves. He's got a hold of Dowda.
Yeah. You want to hit him with a glove on, take him off. He'll take you all day long.
And the linesman gets in between them. Shaw, frustration there. Boy, he just dropped the gloves, and he wanted to go with Sandler. And the linesman got in between them, but Shaw, he can look up at that scoreboard and be pretty happy. 7-2 is the score. Shaw goes down the runway. Perhaps his night is done. Sandler will do the same. 3:34 to go here in the third. It's been quite the night, as the Komets really played a physical hockey game, really came out and really punctuated by that hit that we saw Chase Stewart lay out there at the end of the first period. And that is a hit we are going to see for some time, as he laid out Brendan Sanford, who has not returned to the game here tonight. But that really set the tone, Fred, really at the tail end of the first period for the rest of this game. We knew it was going to be a tough one.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the beginning of this game is what we've seen out of the Komets all year long. A lot of shots, a lot of quick goals, and really owning the first period and setting the tone. Where they've been struggling early in the season was winning face-offs. They've been winning them tonight. They've been struggling on being the penalty kill. Tonight, they've slammed the door shut. So definitely making a tremendous amount of progress. The team's chemistry is coming along. At this point in the season, you got to be really, really pleased with what we're seeing for hockey on the ice.
And not to mention third periods. The Komets came into tonight's game only 9 third period goals. Got a few up here tonight, so that is going to help out that average as well, as we are getting the penalties here, and we'll wait for the announcement. So the Komets in Cincinnati tomorrow night. Cincinnati right now sitting in first place. They are idle tonight. They played Allen last night in Cincinnati, getting the win 1-0. Toledo, they lost their game at Newfoundland tonight. So the Komets hanging on. You would expect that at 7-2 here with 3:34 to go. Tomorrow night in Cincinnati, it'll be a showdown of first place teams. And the Komets will go to Wheeling to West Banco, which is always a tough place to play.
Kalamazoo's number 17, Luke Sandler, 2 minutes roughing and a 10-minute misconduct for continuing an altercation. For the Komets, number 10, Brady Shaw, a 10-minute misconduct for continuing an altercation. Time the penalty is 16 minutes, 26 seconds. Once again, Kalamazoo's 17, Sandler, 2 minutes roughing and a 10-minute misconduct for continuing an altercation. For the Komets, 10, Shaw, a 10-minute misconduct for continuing an altercation.
So that means it's power play time for the Komets yet again. 3 power play goals here tonight. Komets with the man advantage. Here's Bryson Martin with a shot. It's blocked. Martin goes off the end wall, takes a bad hop, and now Diamond Tony will take it. Diamond Tony on the near side, shorthanded, coming across, drops it up along the far side. Veggie with a shot, Ferguson the save, and he's able to squeeze the pads. So the power play clicking here tonight. The Komets get a shorthanded goal, and they put a 7 spot on the scoreboard. Komets getting 7 goals earlier in the season against Wheeling. Face-off will be to the left of Ferguson. And Sadoway will take the face-off. He's been left off the scoreboard here tonight. Puck comes up top of the blue line and out. Here's Tho on the left side. Toss it into the Komet zone. Ferguson comes out, and he will leave it for Jason Binkley. Binkley ahead to Bryson Martin on the far side. Martin goes off the skate of Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk didn't know where it was. And now it's tangled up along the near side and now back into the Kalamazoo zone. Boston Lear with the puck. Lear up along the far side, now tossed into the Komet zone. Binkley goes in after it. Binkley gives it a look, and he goes along the far side. Cross-rig pass, trying to go to Phillips. Goes off of his stick and out. Komets are on a power play here. Haas will take it off the wall, but just 2:34 to go in the contest. Puck goes into the Komet zone here on the near side wall. Jason Binkley with a man on him. We'll send it all the way over on the far side for Morrison. Morrison on the far boards. Komets have got it. McKenzie to St-Amant. He'll come across the line. Over the far side. Now here is Baylis with a shot. Snapped it off, and a save made to Kylie.
A bit of a Bronx cheer out of the locals. Was that saved by Kylie?
Kylie's given up 7 goals here tonight on 34 shots. Kalamazoo 32 here tonight. And Kalamazoo came in averaging almost 25 penalty minutes a game. So they're having their own trouble staying out of the box.
Yeah. Komets have shown great discipline tonight. Played a really smart game.
McKenzie will take the face-off. And it comes up to Gottlieb. Still 37 seconds to go on the power play. Gottlieb comes up top of the blue line. St-Amant moving to his left. And a bad pass. I didn't know where that was going. He was either going to St-Amant or Gottlieb, and neither one of them played it. 24 seconds to go on the power play. St-Amant will come across the line. And now Gottlieb on the right side. Moves up top. Now there's a shot by Morrison. Gets out of there, and now it'll be Sadoway shorthanded. Sadoway coming across the line. Into the corner. Morrison is there. And now the Komets have got it. And now we're back to 5-on-5. Komets coming across the line. Here is Morrison stick handling into the corner. And Morrison plays it up top. Morrison, got it taken off the stick by Dowda. And now rolling in here is Sadoway with it. Shot offside will be the call. And now Sadoway and Stewart. They get each other in a headlock. And they go down to the ice. No punches thrown. But Sadoway, I think a little frustration there as his goal streak on the line here. Stewart was right in his face, and Sadoway just grabbed him.
Yeah. Stewart definitely taking exception to Sadoway taking liberties with our goaltender. That's really bad form. When a player's offside, you know it's offside. You go ahead and take a hard shot. You deserve to get some attention, and Stewart gave it to him.
Now Stewart is going to go down to the dressing room. And that bench is looking kind of light over there on the Komets side. Just 1:17 to go in the third. Now remember, the Komets without A.J. Jenks left apparent injury in the second period. So a busy weekend, and the Komets got some call-ups. No Petrozelli, no Bowdens, no Mason Berg. All 3 of those called up for the weekend at least. But Taylor Ross not in the lineup tonight, so the Komets will be able to at least plug one hole if Jenks unable to go the rest of the weekend, but we'll see.
Dylan Sadaway, Komets number 3, Chase Stewart, each 2 minutes roughing. Down the penalties, 18 minutes, 43 seconds.
So coincidental minors for either team. That'll just add to the penalty totals here tonight. And Łyszczarczyk will take the face-off as we skate 4-on-4. Bryson Martin coming up top of the blue line. Cross-rink pass will find Haas now off the skate of Brad Ross. And the Wings have got it. Van Voris angles it back. And it's Icapelli nowhere to go. And we've got 1 minute to go in the game. Komets 7. Kalamazoo 2. Icapelli on the left side. He'll come across the line. Here's a shot. Ferguson with the save. And it goes to Ross into the corner. Now it is Haas. Haas goes below the goal line, and he'll find Bryson Martin on the near side. Takes it off the wall. And now back, Icapelli slams it right back into the Komet zone. Far side, though will catch up to it. Avoids a hit from Haas, and now it goes along the far side. Saucered over to Bryson Martin on the near boards. Martin's pass is blocked. We got 24 seconds to go in the game. Van Voris with it. Takes it off the wall, and Boston Lear will come across. Lear on the near side. Going into the corner. No shot there as Martin gives him a chop. Lear now tries to center it. Komets clear the zone. 10 seconds left. And back into the Kalamazoo end. Diamond Tony over onto the far boards. Countdown now has started down to 2 seconds. Komets win. The Komets make it 3 in a row in big-time fashion here tonight. 7-2 as the offense opens up. And Dylan Ferguson shutting the door between the pipes for the Komets. And you look at all that offense, but I go back to that 2-on-1 in the second period where Dylan Ferguson made just an unbelievable save, and that really changed the complexion because it was a one-goal game at that time.
Yeah, anytime you could slam the door on the league-leading goal scorer who's coming in with an 8-game scoring streak, you know that's nothing but pump up your team. We didn't give up any power play goals, so our PK tonight was perfect, and Dylan Ferguson was a big part of that with those saves that he made with his glove, the stop he made on the give and go with Sadaway, tremendous.
Komets with a big win here tonight. It pushes their win streak up to 3, and it continues Kalamazoo's skid. They have now dropped 4 straight. Komets with a big weekend. So tomorrow night in Cincinnati, it will be a showdown for first place in the Central Division. But we'll enjoy this one here tonight. Komets win it 7-2. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.